$50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle Grow excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Excluding supply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher.
This summer, get outside and enjoy a quick round of golf at the Twin Lakes Golf Course in Palatine. Twin Lakes features an executive 9-hole golf course with a driving range, cafe, and pro shop. Just starting the game, lessons are available. Take a couple of hours for yourself and stop at the Twin Lakes Rec area off Northwest Highway and hit the links. For a tee time, call 847-934-6050. Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit BenderDentalCare.com.
WRMN has been serving Elgin and the Fox Valley for 75 years, featuring a combination of local news, information, and entertainment in the mornings, followed by the radio shopping show for 5 hours each weekday. The first shift with Marky B starts your morning at 6 a.m., and it's always fun when Larry Jones is a part of the show.
Maybe we need to get a radio intern in to help.
Maybe so.
Somebody that you won't have to pay and you can treat them tough.
I can haze them.
Can't haze, you'll get fired. Remember that guy from Northwestern?
Yeah.
Gone.
Did he really do it?
You don't have to really do it. If somebody says you did,
yeah,
good enough. Maybe I'm going to accuse you of hazing me. I don't have to prove it.
And then there'll be a lot of people that come out of the and say that I also hazed
I remember when Mark hazed me. I've been hazed.
Mark hazed me back in 2012.
2012. I remember in Memphis one time. He was really mean to me.
It's first shift fun and information in the morning, combined with the radio shopping show to save you money. And you get it right here on WRMN AM 1410, WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook, and WRMN1410.com.
Hit the open road and experience the fresh air of Wisconsin at the Grand Stay Hotel and Suites in Mount Horeb. This award-winning hotel is just outside Madison. Mount Horeb is known as the troll capital of the world. Families can go on a troll hunt through the historic downtown or check out Cave of the Mounds just minutes down the road. The Grand Stay offers a beautiful pool and a hot tub with year-round fun. Visit grandstaymounthoreb.com today to schedule your visit.
Renata's Old Salem Cafe is now Renata's German restaurant with old family recipes for delicious Bavarian dinners. Renata's is also known for breakfast and lunch. Renata's German restaurant has fresh baked German pastries. For a hearty breakfast, try Renata's for pancakes, skillets, and more. They've also set the standard for catering excellence. Try Renata's German restaurant off Irving Park, west of Wise Road in Hanover Park. Visit renatasgermanrestaurant.com.
Michael Brown, former Undersecretary of Homeland Security and Director of FEMA, is your new full-time host of The Weekend, which airs every Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN. Each week on the popular 3-hour program, Brown offers listeners a fresh take on the weekend talk with his provocative insights into current events, politics, and culture. So late in the day on Saturday, make it a point to catch The Weekend with Michael Brown right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Ever take your car through the auto emissions lane only to experience the sinking feeling that your car has failed the test? Don't fret. Let Meineke at 376 Sundown in South Elgin fix the problem for you. Meineke's mechanics will determine the exact problem with your vehicle and suggest necessary repairs with Meineke's diagnostic service. Pass that test with help from the trained Meineke technicians. Call today for your appointment. 847-888-9644. That's 847-888-9644. It is 6:09 here on this day before the 4th of July, July 3rd here in downtown Elgin, where we are ready for the first shift And I'm Marky B reporting. And today, as we get the first shift underway, we start, of course, with our Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And a happy Wednesday morning to you from WRMN and from the Fox River Valley Media Network.
Welcome to the first shift, right here on the Voice of the Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Don't get that excited. I'm only introducing Marky B. Exactly. Featuring local news and sports, your Fox Valley forecast, and local traffic twice an hour at 15 and 45 minutes past. Timely interviews, a radio shopping show preview, milestones and memories, and born on dates of the lates and greats. Elgin trivia, and all of your phone calls, texts, and Facebook comments as part of the staff meeting. The First Shift is the most informative, entertaining, and interactive morning show in all of the Fox River Valley and beyond.
You liar!
Well, okay. At least it makes great background noise, whether you're at work, in the car, or at home.
Whatever!
Your host, Marky B, maintains an upbeat attitude every day despite the fact that he's saddled with an overall lack of talent, a delusioned ego, and false hope for a bright future.
Loser.
Yeah, he's pretty much a loser. But at least he tries. Welcome to Studio 14 in downtown Elgin for the first shift on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
6:12 here at WRMN on the third day of July. Welcome to the first shift as we are live from Studio 14 in downtown Elgin. Welcome to the show. It's 6:13 on this, the third day of July. Got to get my headset level right here. Let's see if that works better. 13 past 6. And welcome to the show. It is the final show before a big day comes your way tomorrow here on the radio station. Big day comes your way everywhere tomorrow, as it is the 4th of July, Independence Day in the United States of America. And we will be celebrating it by broadcasting our parade in Elgin live here on WRMN tomorrow morning. I'll tell you about that throughout the show today. Larry Jones will be along with me, and he'll be a part of our parade coverage tomorrow morning as well. Larry in the house in about 45 minutes to join me. He may be in the house sooner than that. He's got a book to read. I have no idea what this is all about, but, well, I guess I do. Larry had called asking about a program for our 4th of July parade so he could do a little, pre-gaming. He could pre-read where some of the floats are going to be And so he'd have a better idea of being ready for the broadcast tomorrow. It's called preparation, I hear. And Larry was going to do some preparation. Be nice if there was a little program available. Well, there's not really a little program available that the city of Elgin has put together for tomorrow. Instead, it's just a general outline of where all the floats are going to be. And Leah, who's going to be broadcasting with Larry tomorrow, asked the city if she could get a copy of this, and she got one, and she printed it out for Larry, and it's about 50 pages of, I don't know what, but it looks like it's going to be a hard read for Larry, hard to use that for preparation. But the clipboard's sitting over there for Larry, so he can take it home and study it today and be ready for our broadcast tomorrow. All right, 6:15, I'm going to let you know what's happening on the show today. But before I do, let's take a phone call, believe it or not. Yes, an early phone call at 847-931-1410. We are on YouTube, by the way, if you want to join us on YouTube at WRMN Radio on YouTube this morning. And I got the text line open, the information line at 505-926-1410. That's 505-926-1410 if you want to text the show today. And that's our two ways of communicating with me. Now let's go to the phones, where we take it all the way across the water somewhere to a place they call Australia. And let's see what Derica's up to today. Good morning, Derica.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you. Good morning to me. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
I was talking to Matt earlier.
Yeah?
This morning, my time.
Yes.
And there was someone making comments on YouTube, and they were from Berlin and Germany.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I must not have been listening when that was happening. Yesterday afternoon on Matt's show, so we have Berlin, Germany, and now Australia that are joining the show, finding us on YouTube. How did you originally stumble upon us?
On YouTube. I was just browsing, and I came across Ben. He was the only one that was live that was on my screen. So I clicked on him and watched him for a bit and then rang him up and to say hello. Okay, cool. So Ben was the first person that you talked to. I know you've been talking to Matt on a regular basis, but yes, it was YouTube that allowed you to find the station. So that's cool. That means YouTube's doing some good things for us as far as getting out there and people seeing us and joining us for the first time and then joining us for many times like you've done now. Yeah. Yeah. Well... How many people work at this radio station? We have 7. It's kind of a small station. We have 7 regular people here at the station. Oh, okay. Yeah. And it's the 3rd of July today, Derica. So tomorrow morning we won't be having a regular show because we're going to be broadcasting from the parade. And so we're going to have a special patriotic programming that runs in the morning tomorrow. So you won't be able to call me live tomorrow morning or Matt tomorrow because it's all going to be like patriotic programming and stuff. No, that's all right. I mean, I hope to be able to watch the parade. Yeah. Our parade coverage starts at 9 o'clock, our time. What time is it there right now? It is 18 minutes past 9. It's 9 p.m. your time? 18 minutes past 9. Yeah. So you're like 15 hours ahead of us. So if you try to watch the parade tomorrow morning, you're going to have to stay up till like midnight your time. I do that anyway when I'm staying up to talk to Brian and the Kentucky radio station. Oh. Yeah. So what time do you go to bed? Like in the middle of the night? Usually after I finish talking to him. Oh, okay. I listen to his whole show and then I'll usually go to sleep then. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, thank you for becoming a regular caller here and listening to the station and finding us on YouTube. That's good to hear that people are finding us on YouTube.
Yeah, I'd like to say hello, Catherine. I saw you making comments on here.
Yep.
Hope you're having a good day over there, and hope you're looking forward to watching the 4th of July parade.
Well, check in with us on... yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm watching World's Wildest Police videos.
Really? That sounds fun. Well, have a great day.
I like watching things like that.
Yeah, me too. It's at least it's kind of realistic in a way. You know what really happened, right?
Yeah.
I like watching things that are more like reality, things that you know happen and not things that are like fiction and staged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Okay, then, and I'll talk to you next time.
Okay, maybe the day after tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, take care.
All right, see ya.
Bye. All right, Derek, checking in this morning from Australia. Now we're all trying to do our Australian accents, I guess. It is 6:20 here at WRMN. And we have a downpour here in downtown Elgin, and it's good timing for me in a way because I took the adorable scooter to work this morning. So I hatched up a plan yesterday to get the hippie van here so I'd have something to drive home today so that the adorable scooter could stay here at the radio station tonight and maybe used tomorrow morning if we need a little bitty vehicle to zoom around the streets on early tomorrow morning during our parade coverage, or as we're setting up for the parade. Probably not during the coverage, but as we're setting up for the parade early tomorrow morning. I thought, if we got to go from point A to point B, because we have 2 points. We have the point where the fire truck's supposed to be in the parade, and the point where our broadcast is going to be set up over there by Danny's Pizza along Douglas Avenue. We really have 3 points. We have point A, point B, and point C. I guess point A would actually be the radio station, right? Point B would be over there by Danny's Pizza, and point C would be where the fire truck's going to be. So, one piece of equipment needs to go from here to here to here. Somebody forgot this cord, whatever the case may be. It's nice to have that little scooter to buzz around in real fast. And on my ride in this morning on the adorable scooter, it did not rain, although the clouds looked pretty threatening. So I was hoping I would make it to work dry, and I did. 6:22. So it was almost a really good plan, except for the fact that I brought the wrong set of keys with me to work today. Because I have a set of keys for the van and a set of keys for the Jeep. And both sets of keys have radio station keys on them, so I got in okay. However, I took the Jeep keys and not the van keys. So, I have a nice van here with me, but no keys to drive it home. 6:23 here at WRMN. We'll figure it out, though. Life is so hard. All right, 6:23 already. Life is also hard to the point where our local news service wasn't allowing me to load this morning, so I'll be providing the local news for you today during the course of the morning show. And we will forego that bottom of the hour news break, probably use it for a little music instead. Today is a day for an all-music hour. Let's quickly go over what's happening on the show today. Aside from Larry being here, and we should have plenty to talk about, please give us a call between 7 and 9 at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. And be a part of the conversation this morning on the day before, the 4th of July. No first shift tomorrow morning, so today's the day to talk to us, baby. And then we will be back on Friday morning as well for a show on the 5th of July. Tomorrow, parade coverage starts at 9 here on WRMN. Today, aside from Larry being here, I'll have the Bender Dental feel-good story of the day today. It's about the Elgin Sports Complex. That'll make up our Bender Dental feel-good story of the day. We got some crime times, including another domestic-related death in the city of Elgin. Thanks to our Elgin investigative reporter, director of Shots Fired, for sending me some information about that. So I got that story for you this morning. It seems like we have had an increased number of those types of shootings and situations in the city of Elgin this year. And I'm not sure what to make of that, but it is what it is. It took place on Fleetwood Drive over there by near where Westside Freddy stays and where there is a continuous amount of crime that takes place in our city. So I'll talk about that in a few minutes. We'll cover some other stories throughout the course of the morning, too. Today is an all-music hour day, or a more music hour. It's not all music. I have some First Shift 411 that I'll mix into the 9 o'clock hour this morning. It's a more music hour. And I really don't have any patriotic music lined up. I'm sure you're going to hear plenty of that tomorrow, right? So do we need to mix in patriotic songs today? We can. And maybe that's your job. I've got my regular music lineup to choose from, things that I have prepared for today's More Music Hour. And some of today's artists in the More Music Hour include The Doors. Perhaps we'll have The Doors because today is the day that Jim Morrison of The Doors died at the age of 27 years old, July 3rd, 1971. So I have some Doors music queued up today. Also on this date, in 1969, 2 years earlier, another 27-year-old died. Singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist Brian Jones. He drowned. Jim Morrison OD'd. Brian Jones drowned. So, to celebrate that, maybe not to celebrate that, but to signify that, I guess, maybe we'll have some Rolling Stones for you. Also, the week after Larry Jones saw the Stones, he went just 3 nights ago. So I have some Stones queued up. Maybe some Spandau Ballet, fellas. Turn in your man card for a little while. We might have True by Spandau Ballet. If you listen to the whole song, you might not get your man card back. If you say to someone sitting next to you, you know, I'm not really allowed to like this song, then maybe I'll give you your man card back. Spandau Ballet with True is possibly a song for this morning. We could hear some Procol Harum. We might hear some Allman Brothers. Maybe some Laura Branigan. You know what she sings? I'm not telling you. We might have some Free, maybe some Crosby, Stills, and Nash in just a moment. And maybe whatever you want to hear today, so feel free to make a request. None of the songs or artists that I just mentioned are July 4th related. They're just this day in music history related. So if there's something to celebrate Independence Day that you want to add to my musical selections today, maybe you can provide that element for me. And I'll work it in. 628 here at WRMN. You can reach out on YouTube. We are at WRMN Radio on YouTube. And on YouTube early this morning, the king is the Big Boss Man today. He sends no prayers. And he leaves the T out of the word shift. The Big Boss Man at 6:05 this morning said, "Good morning, Mark B. and First Shift." Good morning, Big Boss Man. Maybe he's a little groggy this morning as he tries to listen to the First Shift. Dennis D. Not So Young checked in during the same moment this morning and also said, "Good morning, First Shifters, and have a great day." From Dennis D. Not So Young, who we hung out with for a little bit last night and enjoyed Taco Tuesday with. Good to see you last night, Dennis D. Not So Young. Let me see. Where's the rest of my comfort music? There it is. Dennis D. Not So Young in the House. Certified is in on YouTube today. It's the buzz in the beehive known as YouTube. Crazy Kathy says, good day today. It is a gift to us. Indeed it is. Certified checking in. We have the American version of Certified. Now we have the Australian version of Certified. And they might be one and the same. I think Crazy Kathy's playing a big trick on us. Captain Keith checks in. Senior engineer, Elgin High, class of 1978, back when life was great and I was 8. Have an awesome Wednesday and have a safe 4th, shifters. Because all shifters matter. In the eyes of Captain Keith, he doesn't discriminate against shifters. It is 6:30 here at WRMN. We'll continue to track the YouTube comments. We'll see what No Nickname John's got for us in just a few moments. He took the day off yesterday, I guess. We didn't see his bad joke or bad pun yesterday. We'll check some text messages at 505-926-1410. We'll go old school on my cell phone. If anybody texted me on my phone this morning, that's fine too. And I have a haiku for you using Blackhawks Brad's word of the day. We'll work in the haiku in about 25 minutes. The word of the day today from BHB is Feenschmecker. That sounds like a German word. A German word. Feenschmecker. Gourmet, a person who appreciates good food. So a Feenschmecker might not be a big fan of hot dogs. And I keep hearing about hot dogs and the 4th of July. Okay. I'll make some hot dogs on the grill tomorrow for those who may be in my presence tomorrow on the 4th of July. I'm going to go to Sam's Club later today. I'll probably grab some big, fat, plump hot dogs. But that doesn't make me a Feenschmecker. A Feenschmecker is a person who appreciates good food, so maybe a little more on the classy side, perhaps. Although a hot dog can be good food. Let's win this day, says Blackhawks Brad. The eagle flies over the fabulous Fox River. The American flag flies on the day before, the 4th of July. And a prayer. Yesterday's prayer count finished at 50. Oops. Reset the prayer scoreboard. Now we have our first prayer on the prayer scoreboard today, thanks to Blackhawks Brad. And let's stamp the show. Tony Cool lets us know this is staff meeting number 125 today. The 125th staff meeting of the year is number 1082 ACB. 1082 ACB, 125 here in 2024 on the 185th day of the year, the 27th week, and the 3rd quarter. Let's win this day. Elgin is open for business, and so is the Fox River Valley, Kane County, and even Australia. They're getting ready to close for business in Australia, but we're opening here in Elgin in the Fox River Valley. 6:33 here at WRMN. All right, well, we'll track the staff meeting this morning and get into some news stories that I have set aside for you in just a couple of moments. But let's go ahead and celebrate this day in music history right now. And in just a few minutes, you'll hear from Linda Rock, by the way, as she brings you Elgin 100 years ago. What happened on the 3rd of July, 1924. On this day in music history, let's see here. 1968, David Crosby, Stephen Stills, and Graham Nash all played together for the very first time. First time during an impromptu jam session at Joni Mitchell's Laurel Canyon House. The three musicians would officially become a group later that year, releasing their self-titled debut, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, in 1969. So on the day before, the 4th of July, where you're going to be hearing a lot of fireworks, you know kids like fireworks, but you should teach your children how to be safe and maybe not use fireworks. You should teach your children well. Crosby, Stills, and Nash would agree. And this is just a good old sounding folk song right here. It's Teach Your Children. Crosby, Stills, Nash. We'll even throw in Neil Young.
You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well. Their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picked, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh. So please help them with your youth. They seek the truth before they can die. Teach your parents well. Their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picked, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh.
Song. Teach your children, Crosby, Stills, Nash. Here at WRMN, 637. Here on the first shift, let's take a phone call. 847-931-1410. And see who this just might be. Good morning, welcome to the first shift.
Hi, this is Derek again. I was just wondering, can you
Hey, Derek, I can barely hear you. Barely.
Can you?
That's a little better. That's a little better. Yeah.
Play some didgeridoo music.
I'm sorry?
Play some didgeridoo music.
Didgeridoo?
Didgeridoo music.
What's
Aboriginal didgeridoo music.
What's didgeridoo music?
It's the didgeridoo. It's the Aboriginal music instrument. It's the oldest instrument in the world.
Oh, okay. How do you spell that?
Yeah, didgeridoo. I can't remember, but it's very Australian. It's very authentic Australian.
Okay. All right, I'll see if I can find some.
Just for something different.
Okay. Thanks for the suggestion.
give a big thrill to everyone who's listening.
Didgeridoo music. I got to figure out how to spell that and YouTube it and try to find some for our audience. So, well, have a good night.
Okay.
Okay, bye. All right, that's Derica checking in once again from Australia this morning. Here in the United States of America, in Elgin, Illinois, we got us a downpour at the moment. Oh, boy. And the grass needs to be cut today. Uh-oh. It better stop soon. We're going to have some long grass tomorrow on the 4th of July as we try to hang out in the backyard later in the day after our parade coverage here on WRMN. We'll have us some long grass. 72 degrees right now. Winds are out of the west at 8 miles per hour. And my National Weather Service forecast doesn't know what's going on. It says overcast. It must not be looking at Elgin, where we have a heavy downpour here in downtown Elgin at the moment and 73 degrees. Scattered showers for the next hour or two, and then cloudy through mid-morning, and then gradual clearing. So it looks like we will have some sunshine later, and a high of about 87 degrees today, so a borderline hot day. Chance of precipitation, 50%. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 68. Tomorrow, partly sunny, and the rain is not in tomorrow's forecast. The rain is not in tomorrow's forecast, I say.
You liar!
I am not lying. I am telling the truth.
You liar!
I wouldn't lie just to try to get you outside. It says partly sunny, high 86 for Independence Day. A 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night after the fireworks show. Mostly cloudy with a low of 68. And then for Friday, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, otherwise partly sunny and pleasant, with a high of 79 on Friday. Saturday looks gorgeous, mostly sunny with a high of 79. Mostly sunny and 79 for Saturday. And then for Sunday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms back in the forecast again, mostly sunny with a high of 84. Right now, rain here in downtown Elgin. I'm glad we had a brief break, allowing me to get my scooter in this morning. It is here and it is dry, and boy is it adorable in its burnt orange color. I looked at the odometer this morning for the first time in a while. Looks like we're at 1,768 miles entering 2024, because I say entering 2024 because this is the first day of the year that I've driven the scooter to work here on the 3rd of July. 642 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. All right, I'm going to share some news with you here in just a moment. And we'll head towards the 7 o'clock hour here on the first shift. Larry Jones will be along here in a little bit. I promised you Linda Rock, and I don't want to let you down. So let's hear from Linda Rock and what happened in Elgin 100 years ago. July 3rd, 1924.
Here are the headline stories from Elgin newspapers 100 years ago today. Brought to you by the Elgin Area Historical Society.
The stories today were in Elgin newspapers on July 3rd, 1924. All Elgin will observe the 148th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence in an elaborate American Legion 4th of July celebration at Wing Park tomorrow afternoon and evening. Beginning with the downtown street parade at 10:30 o'clock in the morning and lasting until the last flare of the $1,285 fireworks display dies out in the evening, everything will be action. The program has been so arranged by Legion officials as to appeal to young and old alike. In fact, something new and something different in the way of entertainment for everybody. Half-hour service on the Elgin-Carpentersville line and 10-minute service on the Wing Park line will be given streetcar patrons tomorrow. It was announced by Division Superintendent John W. Gunderson of the Traction Company. The new schedules will be effective at 9:30 a.m. 7 Elgin long-distance runners have entered the 5-mile marathon races to be staged tomorrow afternoon in connection with the American Legion 4th of July celebration in this city. The runners will start at Wing Park, the center of tomorrow's activities, and jog downtown through the business district and back out to Wing Park, where they will finish. Entries for the marathon will be open until race time, according to an announcement this morning.
That's it for today. Be sure to tune in again for more news from 100 years ago. And don't forget to visit the Elgin History Museum, located in Old Main at 360 Park Street. You can find its hours of operation and programs offered at elginhistory.org.
Everyone has a community to lean on. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. You've talked with your kids and shared clear expectations, but you're not with them every minute. Your community members, friends and relatives, teachers and coaches, faith leaders, and other important adults in your kids' lives can be your eyes, ears, and a supportive influence when you're not around, reinforcing your messages with your kids and alerting you to warning signs of underage drinking or other substance use. So talk with your kids about these issues and involve the members of your community to help keep your kids safe, because when you talk, they hear you.
In the mood for some great barbecue but just don't have time to make it yourself? Carry out Coleman's Barbecue on Elgin's East Side at 79 Clock Tower. Coleman specializes in ribs, tips, chicken wings, seafood, and sandwiches with sides like coleslaw, potato salad, and dessert. Try Coleman's Exotic Mild Sauce. It's the bomb. You can also buy sauce in gallon or pint sizes. It's prepared just right, the Coleman's way. Call 224-535-8153.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Clocking out, drive home with the Drive Time Deal with Matt McNeil on WRMN 1410 AM every weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. I bring you the hottest deals in town, the most intriguing stories, and the tracks that take the edge off rush hour. Tune in on 1410 AM. Catch us on YouTube Live at WRMN Radio or stream through our app. I've got the wheel to steer your evening right. WRMN 1410 AM, your home of radio shopping and the soundtrack to your commute.
Rise and shine, Fox Valley listeners. It's time to kickstart your day with First Shift with Marky B on WRMN 1410 AM. From 6 to 9 a.m., join the chatter that gets you clued in with the latest buzz around town. Don't just sip on your coffee. Let Marky B brew your morning with the perfect mix of news, views, and moves. Dial us in or live stream at WRMN1410.com and make your mornings a whole lot brighter. WRMN 1410 AM. We're the voice of the Valley, and we're here to talk.
So let's talk. You can join me and Derica on the show at 847-931-1410. Larry Jones is going to join us next hour. He's here. He's chatting with the ladies, CK and the Sunshine Band. Studio 14 Naked Eye Cam was activated this morning at 5:36. And gregarious Gina is in the house this morning. Anna the Chairman, Director of Foreign Affairs, is here. She pulled up at 6:32 this morning. She may have brought vinegar. She must have brought some vinegar because I hear the coffee pot in the kitchen is being cleaned. Cool. CK is here. From CK and the Sunshine Band. She just pulled up, the leader of the band. And Larry Jones is here, so it is a mad party. 6:49 here at WRMN. All right, well, let's see what's happening in the news this morning as we work our way towards 7. Thank you, Director of Shots Fired. When you are the Director of Shots Fired, you take on an amazing responsibility here on this show. And John Prigge takes on that responsibility. He says he sends me information when he sees it as related to shots fired. This would be a death investigation. This from the Elgin Police Department Facebook page. EPD 2024-40646, if you're keeping score at home. July 2nd, that would be yesterday, 11:57 a.m. Right before high noon, officers responded to the 1300 block of Fleetwood Drive for a report of an injured subject. That subject, I believe, was a person. Officers arrived on the scene and located an adult female victim with injuries who was subsequently transported to an area hospital where she was pronounced deceased. The name of the victim is being withheld until positive identification is made by the Kane County Coroner's Office. Let's see. Detectives from the Major Investigations Division are actively investigating the incident, which is domestic related. And they do have an adult male subject in custody. If you have information that may assist, call 847-289-2600. That's 847-289-2600, or text a tip. Send a message to 847-411. Include Elgin PD in the beginning of the text, along with the message and or tip information. That was yesterday, right before noon at 11:57 a.m. So that's on Fleetwood Drive. Westside Freddy lives over there, and I saw that he made some comment. I think he did. Somewhere. Maybe not. I'm looking at our text line at 505-926-1410. Too many sources to check every day here now, and sometimes some comments escape me. Let's see. He did make a comment, but it's nothing about that. So, good morning, Westside Freddy. I hope you had a great birthday, by the way. Westside Freddy, dodging bullets over there on Fleetwood Drive. 6:52 here at WRMN. Let's see, what else is happening? We have the Bender Dental feel-good story of the day. July 4th, fireworks shows all over the place, and I can give you a few details about that as our show goes on this morning. And maybe we will share a little first shift 411 with Larry when he gets here at the beginning of the next hour. Crime time in the Hoffman. We have a crime time from the Daily Herald. What time is it? Crime time. Hoffman Estates Police investigating an armed home invasion. This is from Monday in the Hoffman. Neither the offenders nor the victims were immediately found upon the officers' arrival at this location. The Hoffman Estates Police Department alerted to a home invasion involving the aggravated discharge of a firearm at 10:02 p.m. on Monday night, 2000 block of Kettering Road. Officers found the front door damaged as if entry had been forced, and several bullet holes were observed in the drywall of the residence. The officers were told that 3 offenders left the scene prior to their arrival, running northbound. So they were on foot. And there must have been a camera around or something to be able to tell there was 3 of them. The officers were told the offenders left the scene prior to their arrival, running northbound. They were described as 3 black males wearing ski masks with hoodies that were respectively red, yellow, and white. They all had their own color of a ski mask. That's nice. One was described as holding a semi-automatic handgun. The early investigation determined that the residents were possibly known to and targeted by the offenders. Police said the incident appears to be isolated. No one is in custody in the Hoffman as of the time of this story. If you live over there like No Nickname John does, hey, No Nickname John, contact the Hoffman Estates Police Department at 847-781-2800. That's 847-781-2800. We got more news stories to share with you throughout the show today, so we look forward to enjoying that. The radio shopping show, by the way, comes your way on Saturdays now from 8 until noon. So join Matt on Saturdays on the radio shopping show, and that's the day you can come into the Redemption Center. Redemption Center hours these days are from 9 until 3 on Saturdays. Saturdays only. Go to our website to enjoy all the information that we have about WRMN, including the daily deals. And today, you'll see that it's Independence Day. We're already celebrating Independence Day on the radio shopping show. Shopping totals $10 or more. You can use the code INDEPENDENCE, and you get an additional 25% off. It excludes Wisconsin Dells items. The most amazing show on the radio is on Saturdays now. It's the radio shopping show. 25% additional off today once you spend $10 by shopping online and typing the word in Independence as your code. 6:55 here at WRMN. We'll close this hour with a great song. The song is by the Babies. On this day in music history, let's see what happened back in 1979, I think I saw. If I talk too long here, I'm going to run out of time to play a song I really like, which would be unfortunate because I really like this song and I want to hear it. But somebody from the Babies was in my music history here. Here it is, British guitarist and keyboardist Mike Corby. He was in the Babies. They had 2 hits on the U.S. chart. Isn't It Time, 1977, and Every Time I Think of You from 1979. This song was not a hit. This song might be my favorite Baby song. John Waite was in the Babies, right? It's 6:57 here at WRMN.
I was so lonely until I met you. Told myself I'd get by without love. Drowning my sorrows, avoiding tomorrows. Kinda felt that I just had enough. You light up my face with your jokes and your smiles, and the way that you came every night. Don't know what you got, but I'm sure glad I found you. Could be wrong, but it sure feels right. And here I am. I'm back on my feet again. Here I am. I'm back on my feet again. Surprised at myself for the way
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Counterfeit products are popping up everywhere. Fake sneakers, fake cosmetics, and even fake pills. Crooks are selling counterfeit versions of just about everything. Last year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products were sold in the U.S. Sure, it may seem like saving a few bucks on the things you want isn't a big deal, but counterfeits are usually made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. And the money you've paid, it goes right into the hands of criminals and may support child labor, drugs, and even gangs. Smells like big crime to me. So if you still think buying fake products is harmless, think again. And remember, if you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart, buy smart. Go for real. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org. This message is brought to you by the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the National Crime Prevention.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Eloquist. Drivers in Illinois are facing higher prices at the pump as the state gas tax has risen to 47 cents per gallon, an increase of 1.6 cents. This adjustment marks the third such hike since 2023, following a period where the tax had remained steady at 39.2 cents. In a significant development for workers in Chicago and Cook County, minimum wage rates have seen an increase. Starting Monday, employees in Chicago noticed a bump in their paychecks for the new hourly rate of $16.20 per hour, marking a rise from the previous $15.80 per hour. A fiery collision on Interstate 8 near Farnsworth Avenue caused major disruptions on Monday. A semi-trailer truck and a passenger vehicle collided around noon, leading to the truck being engulfed in flames, according to the Illinois State Police. Thankfully, only minor injuries were recorded. The accident remains under investigation. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh yeah, like bringing brownies to a dinner party. But I never bring brownies with nuts, because not everyone likes nuts, so they wouldn't eat those brownies. And even people who do like nuts will still eat brownies without them. Why? Because they're brownies.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Mazziano's Pizza and Pastaria at Route 20 and Nestler in Elgin. There is one true fact of everyday life that never dulls: the simple pleasure of eating great Italian food. At Mazziano's, they'll make sure your dinner or lunch will be the best part of your day. Whether you have a taste for pizza or any of Mazziano's homemade Italian recipes, like ravioli or lasagna, they can also cater your party. Enjoy it any way you like: delivery, carry-out, or dine-in. Visit Mazzianos.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Blackhawks and defenseman T.J. Brody have agreed on a 2-year deal. He joins a host of other free agent signees, including forwards Tyler Bertuzzi, Toivo Tervainen, and Pat Maroon, goalie Laurent Brossoit, and defenseman Alec Martinez. Light day around Major League Baseball on Monday, just 3 games are on the schedule. In Toronto, the Astros beat the Blue Jays 3-1. In 10 innings, the Mets got by the Nationals 9-7 in D.C. A 10-inning affair in Denver, the Rockies beat the Brewers 8-7. On the schedule tonight, the Cubs start a series at home against the Phillies. 2-4 Hayden Wesneski gets the start for Chicago. The Cubs have dropped 7 of 10 and sit last in the National League Central. The White Sox visit the Guardians tonight. 2-7 Chris Flexen starts against 3-6 Carlos Carrasco. Cleveland's the leader in the American League Central. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle-Gro 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle-Gro excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount, excluding supply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month.
Keeping your car's coolant system in good shape with a regular flush is really important. Let the experts at Meineke Car Care Center at 376 Sundown Road in South Elgin remove your old coolant, preventing chemical buildups in your engine. Then they'll fill your entire system with new coolant to help your engine run smoothly and prevent rust and corrosion, increasing your engine's lifespan. To schedule your appointment, call 847-888-9644. Keeping your car's coolant system in good shape with a regular flush is really important. Let the experts at Meineke Car Care Center at 376 Sundown Road in South Elgin remove your old coolant, preventing chemical buildups in your engine. Then they'll fill your entire system with new coolant to help your engine run smoothly and prevent rust and corrosion, increasing your engine's lifespan. To schedule your appointment, call 847-888-9644. It's 7:06. We got Larry Jones coming up to join me in just a few moments. But first, let's start this hour with our Bender Dental feel-good start to the day. Brought to you by Bender Dental, helping you start your day with a smile. Bender Dental. Check them out and check out the deals that they have over at Bender Dental. They help you smile and have a clean look. That makes everybody happy. And maybe you'll be happy in the future if you go to the Elgin Sports Complex. That's what today's Bender Dental feel-good story of the day is all about. New fields, concessions, parking, less traffic congestion among the improvements on deck for the Elgin Sports Complex. The Elgin City Council unanimously approved a $21 million bid last week from George Solit Construction Company to complete the expansion, which will include 3 synthetic turf fields with fencing and lighting, a concession plaza, maintenance building, restrooms, shade pavilion, yes, a shade pavilion, a bike path, and additional parking for 270 vehicles. Additionally, a new roadway will provide eastern access from Route 31. Lessening traffic and providing easier access to the city's downtown. So it's all part of the master plan of the city to have a great sports complex, and they hope that that will attract tournaments and other people from out of town to come spend the weekend here in the city of Elgin. Now we got to get some hotel space. The project is expected to take 15 to 18 months to complete, with the expansion set to open in the fall of 2025. An improved Elgin Sports Complex with more things to do is on the way. And that is your Bender Dental feel-good start to the day, brought to you by Bender Dental, helping you start your day with a smile. 7:08 here at WRMN AM 1410 and at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Larry Jones joins me in just a couple of moments here on the first shift.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit BenderDentalCare.com.
Here at WRMN Radio, we try to connect with the community and discuss important issues, like our current mental health crisis. Here's Lori Baker, President and CEO of AID.
I think most people, when they see young children thinking about suicide at the ages of 5 and 6 and 7, I mean, that's shocking to me that children even know that they want to harm themselves somehow. I know it's difficult. I definitely feel the pinch. We all feel the pinch at the gas pump, at the grocery store, right, in our rents, but I think most people could handle 27 cents a day to help kids and seniors and people experiencing homelessness.
Discussions like this take place on the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10, right here on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook.
The lightest, fluffiest pancakes are calling your name at JoJo's Diner, 1935 West Gulf Road in Schaumburg. JoJo's has a huge breakfast menu featuring skillets, eggs Benedict, and so much more. Don't stop at breakfast. JoJo's also offers great burgers, sandwiches, and shakes. And for mouth-watering prime rib, try JoJo's for dinner. They have such a versatile menu. JoJo's Diner is family-owned and operated, and it's one of Schaumburg's best-kept secrets. Visit jojosdiner.com today.
This summer, get outside and enjoy a quick round of golf at the Twin Lakes Golf Course in Palatine. Twin Lakes features an executive 9-hole golf course with a driving range, cafe, and pro shop. Just starting the game, lessons are available. Take a couple of hours for yourself and stop at the Twin Lakes Rec Area off Northwest Highway and hit the links. For a tee time, call 847-934-6050. Visit the Milwaukee County Zoo this summer to enjoy so many species of fun. Home to more than 2,200 animals, representing over 340 different species. The zoo educates, entertains, and inspires. Stomp back in time with the zoo's summer exhibit, Dinosaur Discovery, sponsored by Sendik's Food Market. You'll be astounded by the gigantic and scientifically accurate animatronic displays. Touch, feel, and learn about the role of predators in the ecosystem. Running through October 5th. Visit MilwaukeeZoo.org.
Wow, it's here, the Kane County Fair, July 17th through the 21st in St. Charles. It's fun for everyone. Grandstand thrills, pro champion bull riders, demo derby, music on the Miller Lite soundstage, classic car show, and more. Always free parking. Kane County Fair, July 17th through the 21st in St. Charles at the Kane County Fairgrounds. Visit KaneCountyFair.com. Wow, it's here, and it's fantastic. Brought to you in part by Ascension St. Joseph Elgin and Ascension Mercy Aurora and Miller Lite.
That I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire.
Jim Morrison and the Doors getting us started on this dark and dreary July 3rd morning here on the first shift. In fact, at the next break, I guess I'll cut the lights on above. I'm not sure why they didn't.
Which kind of sets a nice rainy morning mood, though.
Yeah, you like the mood?
Oh, sure.
I'm not sure how good it is for YouTube viewers, but...
Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
It's all about us, really.
That's what I was thinking, making it at least. It's all about us. Work around it.
So maybe at the next break, I'll turn the lights above on so you can see us a little more brightly on YouTube.
Yeah. It's a good song to start the show with, Mark.
Yeah, well, I know you like the organ music.
I like the Doors.
And you like the Doors.
Yes.
This is the day that Jim Morrison died.
You know, I listen to you on the way in.
Thanks.
You're my favorite morning drive time guy.
Thanks, Larry. I'm starting to beat out the sports guys a little bit.
Yeah. I started thinking, why do I want to subject myself to that? They can't put a different twist on things than what they are. Like, the White Sox suck, but they don't suck bad. No, they can't do that. It's bad.
Yeah, when
just bad. Yeah. They just, and yesterday, nobody really looked great, you know?
For the White Sox, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, and not that they could have thrown out the runner tagging from third on the fly ball, but I think you don't just give up a walk-off. You know, I would have thought he would at least thrown the ball in or something like that. The center fielder, my mind's gone already this morning.
Oh, the White Sox center fielder? I can't help you, buddy.
The center fielder?
For the Whites? Oh, Lewis Robert?
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't have had a chance, but it was hard to see it just nestle in his hand and him just, like, walk away. You know.
He caught the ball?
Yeah.
He caught the ball for the out, but he didn't even try to throw it home.
No, he didn't. No. He considered it to be a walk-off for him as well.
Yeah, I mean, there was no chance he could have thrown him out, right?
I don't think he could have, but you know what?
At least give it the old college try,
At least
right?
do something. I don't know. And maybe I'm just a little bit more sensitive now because there's a really good chance they are going to set the record for the worst record ever in Major League Baseball. They're well on their way to setting one that no team that will ever maintain a franchise can reach.
That's amazing. Yes. It's amazing how quickly they have fallen.
Yes.
I mean, to go from 2 years ago being a playoff team.
Yes, with great expectations.
Like a team that could have made, in some people's eyes, a team that could have possibly made the World Series.
Sure, certainly a playoff contender. Certainly that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not anymore.
And now, just 2 years later, they have a chance to have the worst season in Major League Baseball history.
Worst season ever. Yes.
Wow.
It's sad.
What team has the worst season? I mean, you watch the White Sox.
It might be the Mets. It might be the Mets.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. I was talking the other day to somebody, and I only know this from watching Ted Lasso. So it's that. But it's like in soccer, you can be moved down a division if you don't play at a certain level. I think Major League Sports should have that. They should tell the White Sox, you know what, you're going to be a AAA team for a while.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why don't you earn your way back? Maybe then the owners would look up and say, boy, it's going to be hard to charge big prices for a minor league team. Maybe we're going to have to get some talent to get the crowds back, or the money, you know.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So, that'd be fun. So where is the White Sox AAA?
I don't know.
You don't know? I mean,
I can't remember where they get sent down to now.
Charlotte, is it?
Could be. There was at one time. I'm not sure when they get the designated back.
Yeah. I was just going to say, like, let's just say, well, they should do that with the Cubs now, too. The Cubs lost last night, right?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't even. It was 5-1. I actually just wanted to watch baseball for a minute last night, so I was going to watch the Cubs just to watch some baseball.
Yeah.
Not because I'm trying to hope the Cubs win or anything. I just want to watch some baseball for a little while.
I don't watch the Sox just to watch baseball because sometimes it's not.
I haven't seen much baseball since we went to the game, so I thought, let me watch a few innings of baseball.
Yeah,
So for whatever reason, though, my marquee was not working last night.
Uh-oh.
I wonder why. It wasn't working on my phone, nor was it working at the house. So then after struggling with that for about 5 or 10 minutes, I said, well, you know what? Should I struggle with this anymore? Let me just ask my phone what the score is.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 5-1 Phillies in like the 5th inning. I said, you know what? Forget about it.
I don't need that.
No.
I don't need this, right?
So what was the final score? You have any idea?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I just saw that they lost and the Sox lost, and I thought, just another day in Chicago baseball.
Yeah. Well, it's rainy outside this morning.
Yes.
Got a lot of grass to cut today.
I heard you talk about that. Maybe you I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying maybe.
Oh, we did.
Maybe you should have, picked a day.
Yes.
I'm just saying. You know that.
I agree.
I'm not pointing fingers. I can't believe Lorena let you down like this.
Me either. Me either, Larry.
I mean, she's got a few jobs to do around there.
Kidding. So now it's Wednesday. Now the day we need to cut the grass.
Yeah, that's right.
We're ready for the 4th of July.
When you lose a hot dog in that grass, you're going to be pretty sorry.
It's going to be high.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope it stops soon. It's still raining outside right now.
But, even if it stops soon, it's got to dry off a little bit.
Well, maybe by about 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Yes.
It'll be dry enough to cut.
Plus, it'll have more of a growth spurt by then with the rain and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Of course you will. Of course.
718 here at WRMN, 8479-3114-10. So it's a good thing that this is the 3rd of July and not the 4th of July, Larry. This wouldn't be good right now.
This is not parade weather. I don't know a lot about parade weather, but this is not it.
This would not be good.
No.
7 o'clock is when everybody's supposed to be out there tomorrow.
Are they really?
Like between 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Is when anybody that's going to be in the parade is supposed to be lining up to where they're going to be starting from.
Yeah.
And so they would be in this weather doing that right now. That would not be fun.
It would not be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Leah and I, in front of Danny's on Douglas, doing the play-by-play.
Yes.
And you and the director, Dino.
And the fire marshal.
And the fire marshal going by in the fire truck.
Yep.
Yeah, and a lot of other interesting people.
Yeah.
Should be a good day, though. I'm glad I back on parade duty. I always enjoyed parade duty.
Yeah, well, we taped the spot off yesterday down the street.
Good.
So as long as nobody messes with that spot today, we'll have a place to set up tomorrow morning early. And then
here's my question. Does having tape anywhere really
stop anybody?
Yeah, it's like the line. This is the line of death. Do not cross that line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just put some gray tape down or something like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe it'd be cool to have some police crime tape or something. Then maybe nobody would mess with it.
Maybe, and maybe like a dead body too. That kind of would
just laying there.
Just laying there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a simulated. We don't really want a dead body.
Tomorrow, it's supposed to be 86 and sunny. Let's see. The ladies are going walking to the coffee shop.
They're on umbrella duty today.
73 degrees right now, headed for a high of 87 today. Scattered showers wrapping up here soon. So
yes.
Then tomorrow, partly sunny with a high of 86. No rain in tomorrow's forecast.
Good.
So it looks like it's going to be a really good weather day. Typical July 4th day. 86, a little on the warm side.
When you think about 4th of July, don't you at least, when you're running it through your mind, you always think it's a sunny, warm day.
Yeah.
Right?
Looks like it's going to be that way. So
that's great.
Get the rain out of the way right now. 721. Phone lines open this morning if you want to join us.
And you should.
Yeah. We'll just we'll shoot the breeze about anything this morning.
Anything. Well, I'm always cautious to say we'll talk about anything because
right.
David will want to know what color underwear we wear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you're wearing. I don't know what's going on over there.
Well, I was wondering what color underwear I had on. Now that you said that.
Well, you were looking at kind of, wait a minute, maybe I've gone in some uncharted territory here.
I got to get my answer ready for David.
Got to be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8479-3114-10. And, well, good old Bob's on the phone.
Okay.
Start us off this morning. And let's see what he's thinking about today. Good morning, Bob.
Hey, guys.
How you doing, sir?
I don't know if this is in the category of constructive criticism or just venting my spleen.
All right. Either one, it works.
Either one works.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday as I was sitting down to pay a couple of bills, I turned on the radio, and a guy by the name of Hartman was on.
Yeah, Tom Hartman?
Yeah. And this man never ceases, well, I don't listen to him very often, fortunately, because he irritates me. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He went on for at least 45 seconds simply yelling into the microphone, the Supreme Court sucks, the Supreme Court sucks, the Supreme Court sucks, over and over again for close to a minute.
Just kept repeating that?
Yeah. Now, again, I don't listen to the radio at that time of the day very often, but I do notice that there are no call-ins. He makes contacts with people he wants to talk to that support his line of thought. And occasionally, I guess there's an automatic break that takes place when the computer says it's time for commercial. People pay for it. But I don't know who it is that sponsors this program, because if it's a company, I don't want to do business with them. And I was sort of hoping that my not calling during the sporting period or late in the show, that maybe one of the partners, particularly Mr. Dino, I guess, will be listening to let him know that, man, this guy isn't just to the left. He's way out in left field. And boy, he tends to really rant.
Okay.
That and the other thing is that I can appreciate that you have a computer there that is programmed that at certain times of the day, certain announcements are made. Unfortunately, they do break into some other programs where somebody may be talking, and it cuts into it. But I guess that's one of the things you have to do for business.
Are you talking about during our local programs or other programs?
Other programs.
Okay.
Stuff that's pre-recorded, or something that's coming in over your networking.
All right. Well, don't think that should happen, but we'll see if we can figure out when that's happening and fix it.
Well, somebody has to pay for time on the radio, so. And commercials are part of the business.
Right, but it shouldn't cut off programming, though.
Well, that's my grub for the day, guys.
Yeah. All right, Bob. Well, thanks for calling.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good day.
Stay dry.
Take care. Good old Bob. I wouldn't imagine he'd be a Tom Hartman guy.
Yeah, I haven't listened to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
725.
It's all part of our effort to try to cover every...
both sides of the fence.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we need to keep on trying to work to find shows that ride the fence.
That's what we really need.
Ride the fence.
That's what we need, isn't it? We should be more like middle-of-the-road radio sometimes.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I think that's the goal.
I'm not sure that that sells. I mean, I think that would be the perfect world for me. I'm not sure that sells, though, where people want to be like... They want to be stimulated one way or the other, and they don't want people to say, if everybody would just get along, things would be fine. They would be like, but I don't want it to be fine. I want to be mad. So
yeah. So we're going to continue to work, especially on all of our programming across the board. But the evening programming for sure is not. It's not committed long-term to anything right now. So in evening programming, if you don't have anything local to run, which we could run like probably repeats of this show or something, that could be done. Yeah. But like if you don't have anything local to program in your evenings right now, finding evening network shows are not the easiest thing in the world.
Really?
Yeah. But I'll keep looking, and we'll find something that fits in there good. But... good to hear your opinions on Hartman and everybody else we have on the air here. Mm-hmm. We'll take them all into consideration. It's info@WRMN1410.com if you ever want to send an email about a thought, compliment, criticism, whatever it might be. info@WRMN1410.com. Robles Ralph says, bring back Ground Zero. That happens from 9 until midnight. We haven't had it here in a little while. We have to get a satellite box that allows us to carry that program again, Robles Ralph. We don't have an XDS receiver that functions properly right now, and I guess that's the way that program comes in. And we are trying to see if we can get one, and then I think we might bring that program back. So it is 7:27.
Yeah, it's not always as easy as just throwing a switch, is it?
No. We don't have the switch to throw on that one right now.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, the important thing to remember is it's a work. It's something that every day somebody's trying to make it better. And there's going to be some things. Well, first of all, not that Bob's not right about if the guy spent 45 minutes yelling the Supreme Court
sucks. Yeah.
But there are, in an effort to try to be everyone's radio, so to speak, there'll be people on you might not agree with.
That's true.
That's just going to happen, right? Much like things that maybe I would appreciate, there are people that go, I don't like listening to that. We're sorry.
Yeah.
Right? We're sorry.
True. Yeah, see, with Ground Zero, just to finish that thought, we carried it for a long time, but they switched the way they put their program out. And the way they switched made it difficult for us to continue to carry it for the time being. So we're still in the process of seeing if we can find the right receiver to bring that back.
All right.
So 847-931-1410. Thanks for your thoughts. We are on YouTube this morning. The Sultan of South Elgin says, good morning, Mark, Larry, and the WRMN shifters. American Independence Month, he says. I'll make it a perky and peaceful Wednesday. And let's see. I'm trying to figure out what he was talking about here. That's called promotion relegation. It's an interesting concept. Would never happen here in the United States. Too much money involved up front with teams. Oh, sending teams down to the minor leagues, maybe?
Yeah.
That would be quite the demotion. I'm just thinking, like, if the entire Chicago Cubs team was sent to Des Moines.
Yeah.
If baseball called up the Cubs and said, look, you guys don't belong in our league right now. You're all going to have to move to Des Moines, Iowa, and play baseball at the AAA level for the rest of the season. All the Des Moines teams coming to Chicago.
Why not? Right? Yeah. Maybe they'd throw the ball in.
Right.
Yeah. Something.
7:30 here at WRMN. Lots going on in the national news with the Supreme Court.
Yes.
And with immunity and things like that. We had a couple calls yesterday of people that wanted to talk about that here on the show. So if you want to talk about that a little bit, give us a call at 847-931-1410. James might. He's on the line right now.
He might.
Good morning, James.
Hey, good morning, y'all.
How you doing, brother?
Well, I'm calling here from the Constitutional Republic that's still alive as of Monday. I just wanted to comment on that Supreme Court decision, and out of concern for some people that may have disagreed with it, I think they should do some wellness checks. I know some of the people are okay, obviously, that are talking this morning, but I was especially concerned about that fellow that lives by the riverside. Did anybody do a wellness check to see if there's any floaters in the river today?
Uh-oh.
Dang.
Easy, big man.
You trying to fire up Joel? The phone will ring soon, buddy. We'll know he's not a floater.
I was just curious because, after, this may be quite devastating.
Yeah.
Hey, anyway,
yes.
The comment, and you can tell I'm happy about that decision. The comments that were just made about this Hartman guy, now I've not heard him, but he sounds like the leftist shock jock type, sort of like that guy, I can't think of his, Joe, Early Morning Joe or whatever, that's been ranting and raving on one of the big channels. But, considering, let's consider this, the political climate in Illinois, this guy Hartman fits right into it. So, maybe that this programming of putting him in there under the guise of fair and balanced is actually meeting that call for that type of lunacy. Maybe that's the psychology there, right? I don't know. I haven't heard the guy, but based on the comments that were made, he sounds like he's off the charts.
Well, he definitely leans to the left, and a lot of our listeners don't. And I guess he leans pretty heavily to the left. So those who don't at all will not like his program.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's it. It's basically.
But you're right. A lot of people in Illinois, in the state of Illinois, do lean that way. So you would think from that standpoint, there may be a lot of people around here that would like his program.
Well, that's what I meant when I referred to the political climate. I mean, you can see the way things have gone and the way things are going. And so, it's to be expected, I suppose. But anyway, I just want to make sure all those folks out there that were unhappy with it are okay and they haven't done anything drastic. Have a good one.
It's nice to know you care, Jim. I want you to know that.
Okay.
Thanks for doing a wellness check.
Yeah, exactly, buddy. Take care.
All right, have a good day.
Bye. You know, you get a chance to see the sensitive side of James. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, it is. He really cares. 7:33 here at WRMN, 847-931-1410. Let's see. Going back to YouTube for a minute. The Soto family says, good morning, Mark and the First Shifters. Hector, Ninny Rose, Jeremiah, Uncle Boom Boom, all checking in today. Certified Crazy Kathy did. No Nickname John's got his bad joke for us. You ready?
I always like to hear his jokes.
Okay. I would swear I posted yesterday, says No Nickname John, who we didn't see his post yesterday. But I had to leave. So maybe I thought I did for World UFO Day, which I guess was yesterday.
Oh, we should have known that.
World UFO Day. How do you differentiate between a UFO and an honest politician? Any takers on that?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Ready.
How do you differentiate between a UFO and an honest politician? It's possible that UFOs exist.
Oh.
It's possible that UFOs exist.
Please be quiet.
This needs to stop now.
Shut up!
No Nickname John. Checking in today.
Yes.
Robles Ralph says, good morning, First Shifters and Marky B. Please keep in mind Officer Ed Lopez, Kane County. He passed away on June 26th, and I guess he's having his funeral today. And Robles Ralph is going to the funeral. Okay. So, all right, Robles Ralph. 7:35 here at WRMN. If you want to join us on the show, those are some of the YouTube comments coming in. While Democratic congressional representatives from the Chicago area decried Monday's U.S. Supreme Court landmark ruling giving presidents some immunity from criminal prosecution.
I know.
Some Republican candidates lauded the decision.
Of course.
Of course they did, yeah.
Of course they did. That's how it works. That's how it works. Right.
The ruling involved the Washington, D.C. criminal case against Donald Trump on charges he plotted to overturn his 2020 election loss.
I know.
Not only did the court issue an opinion on presidential power, it essentially assured that Trump will not be tried before the November 5th presidential election by returning the case to a lower court. Democratic U.S. Representative Mike Quigley.
Yeah, I saw him on the news.
Did you?
He's pretty down.
He's a representative of the 5th District. There goes Mark Cool Blue, by the way, driving by on this rainy morning.
Cut me some slack, Jack.
Just hang loose, bro. Have a great day, Mark Cool.
You know,
Blue.
I never knew that's what that little person was saying on there.
Cut me some slack, Jack?
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
I can't tell what, I don't know. I don't speak fluent alien. I don't know what that is.
Jive.
Oh, yeah, I don't speak.
No, speak jive.
No.
Cut me some slack, Jack.
Oh. Barbara Billingsley did.
Remember that? That was great.
She was the last person you'd expect to speak.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was a great movie. Couldn't make it today.
No.
Couldn't make it.
Sure
Another one
couldn't.
of those epics that could not roll out of Hollywood now.
Couldn't even come close to making it.
Not even. Nope. Nope.
It is difficult to overstate what a disastrous decision this is for our democracy, said Quigley.
Yeah, I know.
If presidents can immunize themselves from prosecution by claiming they acted under the banner of official responsibilities, we no longer have a president, Quigley said. We have a king.
Works for England. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I always like about all these things is people on one side are indignant, people on the other side are going, this is great, and then, all of a sudden the Supreme Court will flip, and then all of a sudden somebody on the other side will go, I can't believe they're making these decisions. I don't think it was as apparent when I was young, or else I just chose not to pay attention. But there's a reason why sitting presidents try very hard to get all of their Supreme Court people in place. Because that's what happens through time, that they have certain leanings, and they know that, and they try to get the Supreme Court justices in place that lean in the direction they want. It's, it just happens.
Yeah.
Now, I know because it's Donald Trump, it is lightning rod. It is. I mean, anything that has to do with him is a lightning rod, and people are just, they're crazy. They're crazy about him. I'm not going to say people who don't like him are crazy, because I don't like him.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say I'm crazy. I'll leave that up to the people.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just more of everything where people are indignant. People are like, I can't believe it. It's like, I can't believe the Supreme Court has let this maniac out there. And,
Right. Well, the beat goes on.
It will, forever.
I heard some soundbite from Nancy Pelosi.
Really?
Saying that she's not even sure Joe Biden is competent enough to run for president now, or has enough of his bearings straight.
Well, if she thinks it.
Yeah. She used to stand up and clap for him at State of the Union addresses, right?
Yeah. I don't know. There's so much, I don't even know what's really real about their feelings, about the Democratic Party's feelings about Joe Biden, because it all gets fed to you one way, and I don't even know what's real. If there really was some people that are like party leaders that gotten together and were going to talk to him to kind of answer their own questions about him and things like that. I don't know. I know he has to work very hard now to not make any mistakes, which I think is like added pressure.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
No doubt.
I mean, yeah, you're going to win and say, I can't misspeak about anything because people are going to.
They're just waiting to pounce on me.
Exactly. And that doesn't work well.
No. I mean, he's old. He's old, and he sounds old, and he sounds like he has trouble keeping his thoughts together sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
But he's still got enough of his wits about him to know that he's doing that and know that people are thinking that about him, which makes it even harder.
I know. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. Well, I think having that job's a lot of pressure, but knowing that you can't make even an everyday error. I don't know. Not that I'm feeling sorry for him. When you're the president,
Yeah, you should be sharp.
That's right.
It's the president of the United States.
Arguably the most powerful man in the world.
Yes.
And
being sharp should be one thing.
That should be one of the things.
Qualifications.
Yeah, really. I mean, if you have to make an executive decision, you shouldn't need a week hidden away to study for this. You may need to say, do this.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
740 here at WRMN. 847-931-1410. It's hour one on a dreary morning here in the Fox River Valley, hour one of this portion of the program. And I think what we'll do is take a quick break here and then come back with the final part of this hour. We'll be on the air until 9 today, then a more music hour in the 9 o'clock hour on the 3rd of July, the day before our parade coverage. Keep it right here on WRMN.
Attention all Schaumburg Boomers fans. July 2nd at 6:30 p.m. versus the Ottawa Titans for Marvel Superhero Night. Presented by Camp I Am Me. Dress up as your favorite superhero. On July 4th at 6:30 p.m., the first 1,500 fans are to receive a patriotic Boomers baseball cap thanks to Amazon Fresh. And a 4th of July fireworks super show.
By love of food and wellness, Mockingbird Bar and Garden of East Dundee encourages you to eat seasonal and clean while still indulging a bit. Whether food is served fresh or wood-fired, nothing is overcomplicated. Mockingbird Bar and Garden promises to give your palate something delicious and new and aspires to be a hive of buzz and activity. Start your weekend with an espresso or complement dinner with wine, specialty cocktails, or craft beer. Visit mockingbirdbarandgarden.com today.
Blast Off! As Circus World boldly goes where no circus has gone before. Feel the big bang as Tina the Human Cannonball flies high.
Defy gravity with an upside-down rocketeer. Perky poodles, soaring aerial acts, plus camels, llamas, horses, and ponies orbiting the ring.
Jugglers, zany comedy, and space cadet music invite you to Blast Off! To family fun at Circus World.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well-trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your Senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 800-699-9043.
Open Book joins the WRMN lineup every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. Tune in to Open Book with the Gale Borden Library as their team brings you the features and events the library offers. Educational, informational, and timely. Open Book includes the services Gale Borden Library offers, like the summer reading program. That's Open Book every Monday at 1 p.m. with the Gale Borden Library. Brought to you thanks to KCT Credit Union, where your financial well-being is their top priority.
Microsoft has new computers that put AI first, this special category called Copilot Plus PCs. They have minimum specs plus a chip just for AI. The company unveiling the first Surface devices with the designation, powered by Qualcomm chips, not Intel. One notable AI feature is called Recall. It lets your computer remember everything you do so that you can find files, images, and websites later. More tech news tips on Rich on Tech.
Every Saturday from 1 to 4, right here on WRMN.
Searching for a financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart? Join KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. Become a part of KCT, where your financial well-being is their top priority. Visit kctcu.org. Each account insured up to $250,000 by Members' Choice. This institution is not federally insured.
This is the Platters to bring us back on the show.
They said someday you'll find all who love are blind.
Don't be sad, Larry.
I'm not.
Don't be sad.
Maybe just smoke got my eyes.
Smoke got in your eyes?
Maybe.
Wow. The Platters.
That's a hit, buddy.
Yeah,
This is from
I know
like
it now.
56 or something like that.
Yeah, when I first saw the title of this song in the music news today, I wasn't sure what song it was. But now that I'm hearing it, I know what it is. The Platters and Smoke in My Eyes. I'm trying to figure out where this is here. I don't see it in my musical notes.
All right.
847-931-1410 if you want to join the show here today. I'm stubborn over here, Larry. Oh, here it is. July 3rd, 1929.
Not by the Platters.
No, not the song.
Yeah.
David Lynch from the Platters was born.
Oh, okay.
David Lynch from American vocal group The Platters, who had the 1959 U.S. #1 single.
3 years on. Yeah.
Smoke Gets in Your Eyes.
I think the Platters were unusual for a doo-wop group because I think they had, if I remember correctly, they had a female that sang with them in their group, and most of those groups were just, but I think it was the Platters that did. I think.
Well, it has nothing to do with the 4th of July, but Smoke in Your Eyes kind of is, something you'd think about on the 4th of July with fireworks going off.
Right.
So we'll hear a lot of fireworks tomorrow, I'm sure. It's been fairly calm so far. I heard a couple of big cracks last night. How's Huntley? A lot of fireworks in Huntley?
Pretty quiet.
Everybody behaving in Huntley?
Pretty quiet.
Nice.
Whatever it is will be done before 9. I'll tell you.
847-931-1410. Phone lines have filled up here now.
Good.
As we head towards the end of this hour on the show. Got about 10 minutes left before the top of the hour break.
James's call, his concern for his fellow man, maybe stimulated some callers.
Yeah.
You know, when you see someone step up on the 3rd of July to show
concern,
love,
care, compassion.
All those things and more.
More C words.
Yes, exactly. And other words with other letters.
All right, well, let's see who this unknown caller is.
Okay.
As we go to the phones at 847-931-1410, the 4th of July Eve. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
We're
good. How you doing?
Good. This is Scott.
Hey, Scott.
I just had a question, not to bring up politics, but what do you think people are going to think this year during the campaign when Orange Man when Melania is never with Orange Man once? Stop and think about that. And, during his hush money trial, she was never there once. There's an old song by Tammy Wynette, Stand By Your Man.
Yeah.
Well, she certainly isn't standing by Orange Boy, is she?
Well, I haven't been paying attention to that, Larry.
Well, no, I have.
Yeah, I hear you, Scott. I hear you.
That's going to be a big, he's got his base of 40%, whatever, or, that's who he represents. But people who have morals, which obviously he doesn't, are going to weigh into that. If you Google when Melania's mother died, she didn't even let him in the car. So what is that telling you?
He's bad to ride in a car with?
He's got bad gas.
No, seriously.
Scott, I think, here's what I would think now. And I really liked her, and I miss her. I want you to know that. I miss her. I'm not sure that anybody is surprised she's not with him right now. But I'm also not sure that
Well, think about it. Now, Larry, let's call a spade a spade. The guy sleeps with a porn star while...
that was 8 years ago. That was 8 years ago. I mean...
But it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Where does moral values come from?
No, I'm not... Scott, you're arguing with someone who's not arguing, okay? I'm just saying it doesn't surprise me that she's not with him.
Well, you can't blame her. Her.
But don't forget Hillary Clinton stayed with Bill Clinton after, and I'm just saying it doesn't necessarily, I don't know if you have to have an active first lady to be elected president of the United States.
Oh, I think I disagree with you there. I think that's important to especially women. I mean, women, white educated women hate his guts. I mean, let's call it the way it is. I mean, their excuses. Well, he's not perfect. Well, you still have to have some moral compass in America. Wow. And these so-called right-wing Christians that worship this guy should really read the good book and read it good. He cheated on 3 wives. I mean, the truth is the truth, Larry. I mean,
no, I do, but I'm just saying we've had presidents in the past, and some of them we hold at a very high level that have had no moral compass as well. And I'm not defending him. I'm not defending him.
You go back to George W. His wife was with him constantly. Daddy Bush, his wife was with him constantly. Bill Clinton and Barack Obama and Michelle. This guy is out there without his wife because people who have common sense and know this moron knows what he is. And obviously she doesn't want to be embarrassed by this jerk, and you can't blame her.
No, I don't blame her for not wanting to be with him. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, it's the truth, guys. It really is. I mean, but I think that's going to make that's. I'm not happy with Biden right now, but my issue is there's a moral compass, and Orange Man has 0. And like I said, not to repeat myself, but these so-called Christians better get up and read the good book and read it good. Because God hates adultery. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, Scott. I just look and think we've had presidents with no moral compass. We've had presidents that probably had none that the press in those days wouldn't have talked about it. So I'm not defending, again.
No, I know you weren't.
Everybody needs to know I don't defend him. I just sometimes think we hold him to a standard that we haven't held people in the past. That's all.
Yeah, and at this point, when you have those two choices,
I know
you start to have to give up some things.
And it may be that, right?
I mean, so I think that's what some of our callers have been saying. Like, yeah, we know he's a He's behind the scenes, not a good guy in a lot of ways, and hasn't been, cheating on his wife and all that. But we're looking at who might make the best president right now of those two. Those two people.
He turns out to be a guy you might trust with your country and not with your wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I always thought Jimmy Carter was the opposite. I thought you could trust him with your wife, but maybe not with your country. I don't know. So I don't know. I just don't want anybody to think I defend Donald Trump. I don't defend Donald Trump. I'd like to have a different candidate.
Yeah.
I would like to have a different candidate. And I do think morals are important. And I think the fact that, I guess, I don't know if it's alleged, because, we only got found guilty of misreporting the money. What he did to pay her off wasn't a crime, apparently. And her violating whatever contract they had for the payoff, her violating that's not a big deal either. But I just think that people like that leave themselves open to be compromised very easily. That's all. You need people. And don't lose track of some of the people we like who did the very same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the phones. And 847-931-1410.
But I really miss Melania. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you've had high praise for her on the show.
I always thought she's very attractive. Yes, very attractive. And sometimes when he's speaking, you need something.
Yeah. Let's see. We got the director of Shots Fired.
Okay, John's going to come on. He'll put an end to a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no doubt.
He's going to put an end.
We're going to turn this all around right here.
Yes, sir.
Rigor mortis setting in. Good morning, John.
Good morning, gentlemen. Hey, just a couple of quick things.
Yes.
Here. One about the radio show that Bob was talking about, and radio shows locally in general, and the situation with Biden and how and what would happen, what needs to happen for people that are going to vote for Trump. What would get them to convert to Biden? And I have a question about that. But let me tell you, just real quick, Elgin is a Democrat city. Democrats run this city. Our state representatives are Democrats. Every single member of the city council is a Democrat and or liberal left thinking. There have been 4 converts from touting themselves as Republicans and switching over to Democrats on the city council there's been 4 in the last, I think, 15 years that have done that. So this is a Democrat city. But the issue, and I think people need to get used to that, but I can also tell you that when it comes to radio shows, and you're talking specifically political issues, there has to be, in my opinion, an interaction with the public when you do those types of shows. Now, there are shows, radio shows, locally, Steve Thorne refuses to take phone calls. He's got, 6 shows a week?
I think you're exaggerating a little bit, John, on a few things, but okay.
I could be off on my calling.
We never call you our math expert. It's okay, John.
You're not director of math studies here on the show.
That's right.
No. Algebra is a foreign substance to me.
Yeah.
But the issue is that if you don't interact with the public, then you don't have really an interaction or a radio show. You have a sermon, a preaching. So when I hear of shows on either side, I listen to them. I'm really involved in listening to radio, and sometimes the strongest points I get on things comes from listening to the other side. You don't have to listen to the side you're on. You should listen to the other side to see what they're thinking. So, I think that's an important part. But overall, I think people that are going to vote for Trump are doing it because they don't feel safe in this country. They're worried about our perception, or our so-called people that have different countries that have a different philosophy. I think people are afraid that we look weak, that we are more vulnerable for some type of unlawfulness or attack even because of who's in office now. I don't feel safe. I'm always in that position of wondering.
Want to call back a little bit, John?
Yeah, John, you want to talk more next hour?
Or you want to stay on hold?
I'll stay on hold for a little bit if you don't mind. I just want to ask that one other question.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to talk more to you, but we have to catch this break first.
Hang in there.
All right. All right, John, Priggy, director of Shots Fired, always has some very intelligent thoughts. Like them, don't like them, whatever the case may be, it makes you think. And John may have more for us in a few minutes when we come back from this top of the hour break. We're going to catch up on the news here. And then come back with more of your comments, more phone calls, more stories, more of the first shift on a rainy morning that's about to turn dry for the rest of the day. And tomorrow, the 4th of July, going to be beautiful. Keep it right here on WRMN. You're beautiful.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Massiano's Pizza and Pastaria of Elgin. There is one inexhaustible aspect of everyday life that never dulls, namely the simple pleasure of eating and drinking. Massiano's wants to make sure that this is the best part of your day. Visit Massianos.com and sign up to view their special offers all year long. Delivery, carry out, or dine in, enjoy it anyway, because life is good at Massiano's.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 8 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Eloquist. In a significant development for workers in Chicago and Cook County, minimum wage rates have seen an increase. Starting Monday, employees in Chicago noticed a bump in their paychecks for the new hourly rate of $16.20 per hour, marking a rise from the previous $15.80 per hour. A fiery collision on Interstate 8 near Farnsworth Avenue caused major disruptions on Monday. A semi-trailer truck and a passenger vehicle collided around noon, leading to the truck being engulfed in flames, according to the Illinois State Police. Thankfully, only minor injuries were recorded. The accident remains under investigation. Drivers in Illinois are facing higher prices at the pump as the state gas tax has risen to 47 cents per gallon, an increase of 1.6 cents. This adjustment marks the third such hike since 2023, following a period where the tax had remained steady at 39.2 cents. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data, all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh yeah, like bringing brownies to a dinner party. But I never bring brownies with nuts, because not everyone likes nuts, so they wouldn't eat those brownies. And even people who do like nuts will still eat brownies without them. Why? Because they're brownies.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. No matter the time of the day, WRMN 1410 AM is your platform to voice your views, share your stories, and connect with the Valley like never before. We're more than just radio. We're a community conversation that's always live, always local, and always looking for your input. Want to chime in on the drive time deal with Matt McNeil? Got a hot tip for first shift with Marky B? Or maybe you've got a question for a one-on-one with Leah. Now's the time to make your voice heard by calling Studio 14 at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. You can join in the dialogue from wherever you are by commenting on our YouTube live streams at WRMN Radio. Hit the subscribe button to get notified when we go live and bring your comments to the table. It's easy, it's fun, and hey, it's what neighbors do. We talk, we listen, we engage. You're not just the audience, you're part of the show. Call in, comment, and let's make radio interactive. WRMN 1410 AM, where your words are part of our wavelength.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bulls and Patrick Williams have agreed on a 5-year, $90 million deal. Meanwhile, Jalen Smith is joining the club, agreeing to a 3-year, $27 million contract. Meanwhile, DeMar DeRozan likely moving on. He wants to play for Los Angeles, where LeBron James said he'd take a pay cut for the free agent to join the team. Light day around Major League Baseball on Monday, just 3 games are on the schedule. In Toronto, the Astros beat the Blue Jays 3-1. In 10 innings, the Mets cut by the Nationals 9-7 in D.C. A 10-inning affair in Denver, the Rockies beat the Brewers 8-7. On the schedule tonight, the Cubs start a series at home against the Phillies. 2-4 Hayden Wesneski gets the start for Chicago. The Cubs have dropped 7 of 10 and sit last in the National League Central. The White Sox visit the Guardians tonight. 2-7 Chris Flexen starts against 3-6 Carlos Carrasco. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle-Gro 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle-Gro excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusion supply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge. Proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com.
From morning coffee to your evening commute, WRMN 1410 AM is here for you. The faithful friend that brings you local news, timely topics, and the friendliest voices in the Valley. Stay informed, entertained, and engaged with our full lineup of shows, streaming all day, every day at WRMN1410.com or on the WRMN app. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. So why switch stations? Stick with the one that has it all. WRMN 1410 AM, your daily companion, your constant conversation.
Beef Villa's 3 locations offer much more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a big variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes, and they purchase top-of-the-quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting of foods. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fresh. Visit beefvilla.com.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Adrenaline Monkey is located inside the Life Zone 360 building on Route 72 in West Dundee. Release your inner wild child at Adrenaline Monkey. It's the area's highest octane indoor adventure center. Perfect for the whole family too. Adventurers of all ages can try Ninja Warrior obstacles, rock climbing, vertical adventures, and aerial course. Adrenaline Monkey can also host your organization's team building programs. Half-day and full-day sessions are available. Visit adrenalinemonkeyfun.com/WD.
Be sure to catch the first shift weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. for important information like fire tips from Elgin Fire Chief Rob Sagan.
The thing in the winter that we're more concerned with is carbon monoxide, because that we don't get in the summer. That carbon monoxide issues occur because of heating equipment. Anything that burns natural gas, if it is faulty, can generate high levels of carbon monoxide, which in time can be fatal. So I can't emphasize enough the importance of having carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Every single year you will see somewhere in the country, and usually we'll get one or two in the Chicagoland area, where you'll see multiple fatalities in one home. You can't smell carbon monoxide, you can't taste carbon monoxide, you have no idea it's happening. And so it's critically important that you have the right detectors in your home.
It's the first shift weekday mornings at 6 a.m. with me, Marky B, right here on WRMN.
She stood in the street.
809, welcome back to the show. Live from Studio 14 in downtown Elgin, where it's wet outside, but the rain has stopped. And hopefully we'll get some drying potential, as the weathermen say, for the rest of the day, because I got to cut grass at dinner time tonight. So we need some sunshine in the forecast for the next few hours. Hopefully it'll come soon. I'm kind of sick of this song, Larry Jones, but it does kind of get off to a rockin' start. I got to give it that.
Yes.
It's a good rockin' song to come back from a break.
And it is. It's all right now.
Yeah.
It's all right now. Or it's the opposite. Maybe we don't see a comma. It's all right now. You know, It's all right now. Doesn't mean it'll be all right in a while or tomorrow, but it's all right now.
I think you're overthinking this a little bit, Larry.
That's how I am. I'm You're
a deep thinker?
Very deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't need somebody around like that, you need to let me know.
847-931-1410. Welcome back to this hour of the first shift, and we got John Priggy's been patient with us, so I don't want to make him hold it any longer.
Well, John should be patient somewhere. We know that. So,
welcome back to the show, John Priggy. Welcome back. Thanks for holding for us.
Hey, John.
Your words can't hurt me, Larry.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I know pretty soon you'll be off the phone. You'll be upset. I know how it'll.
No, not me. But thanks for the Paul Rogers coming out of the break.
That's right. It was meant for you. Things will be all right now because John's waiting on the line.
Yeah. My last question was what would it take for those who are going to vote for Trump to vote for Biden? If Biden came out and said, "Look, I'm 81. And I think I'm okay. I'm pretty much okay now. But as I go further in this next term, I'm going to increase the input from my staff members. I'm going to I'm going to put good people, maybe better people in place so that when an issue comes up, I'm going to take more input to cover myself in making big decisions. And I'm also going to adopt some of the things that former President Trump has been advocating. I am going to go back and do something on the border. I'm going to meet the president before Biden. I'm going to meet him halfway. Would that be enough to turn someone around to say, I'll try him again for another 4 years. He's going to change and go more to his advisors, and he's going to go back to the border and strengthen that. Maybe not like Trump would, but we are going to ramp up deportations. Maybe not as much as Donald wants to, but would that be enough?
I don't think so, John, and I think only because there's a constitutional element that plays a part in here, and that's all that would be good if you're positive he's going to be able to finish the term. And I don't think he'll be able to finish the term, and then we need to look at, I imagine that the current vice president will be his running mate in the next one, and then you have to look back and think, and what happens then?
Well, maybe that change means Harris is out.
Maybe.
I'm going to bring on someone who would eventually and realistically be an heir apparent.
Right.
Like you say, Larry, he's not going to finish his term for whatever reason.
Right.
Well, then you want to sell the public. I've got someone in the wings that I am grooming. I hate to use that word because of the connotations in the public now, but I'm going to bring this person along just in case, and with a realistic thing to say, look, I may have to pull out before the end of my term.
I think it's never been more important who the vice president is than right now.
Yes.
I think, I mean, in the past, whether, no matter who it is, I mean, you always look and go, yeah, that person's okay, but what role do they really play? What role? And I think now that I think it's really important. And it's a lot more important than whatever menial tasks they get assigned to go handle. So, yeah.
Well, and a final thing, Jimmy Carter said in a Playboy interview 40 or 50 years ago that he privately lusts for women.
In his heart. He lusted in his heart.
Remember that?
I do remember that. That was what made me spawn the thing about saying he's a man you could trust with your wife, but maybe not your country.
How do we remember those things, Larry?
That's because our world is pretty small, John. The things we focus on don't have to be that important. You know that.
I remember where I was when I read that magazine. I was at Studio 21 or the place across the street getting my hair cut because they had women who would
in the basement
shampoo your hair.
It was in the basement. Yeah,
there was Playboy magazines all over the place.
It was a real boys club down there, and you could have beer. They would have beer.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was a great place.
Beer, Playboy, and women
shampoo ladies. Yes, yeah. Everything you can't do in today's world was right in the basement across the street. Yep.
I mean, it was a man cave in its infancy.
People, it really was. You'd go an hour early for your haircut and stay an hour after you were done.
That's right. Who needs a barber with a guy with a strap and going back and forth and hot towels? I want something else a little hot. I'm going down in the basement.
Yeah, no, that's right. And that was the original studio one that got moved around the corner.
Oh, that's right.
Jack Sable.
Studio 21.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Jack Sable.
21. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Of course, when I would go down there, I went downtown. I wouldn't take the bus. Sometimes I ride my bike, and that's when you get complete emasculation. You get exposed to all of these 21 and older things, and then you got my varsity 10-speed tied to the light pole. me the big Casanova in my mind. I got to ride my 10-speed home quick before Mom, won't hold dinner for me.
I've got a tandem at home. I don't know if you know that.
Are you inviting him there?
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, that's great memories, John. Great memories.
Yeah, so how about that? All right. Well, take care. I just wanted to throw that out. Thanks for letting me wait, and I'll continue to listen and see what happens.
Thanks, John. Take care.
Thanks, John.
Take care, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
Guys are a couple of sick pervs.
I can't, yeah. Yeah. Let me know if you don't want anybody around like that.
847-931-1410.
No, I just think John is at his best, I think, when he's talking about Elgin from years ago and things. He has great memories, and he puts a little spin on it, but it's always like, that's my favorite time with him.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like it when John calls.
Yeah.
I do. I like it when he calls.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
yeah, me too.
The negative calls might be negative, but there's a lot of times that there's some real.
Well, they're about something.
Yeah.
I mean, they're about something. They're not like just kind of a atmospheric thing. They're about something. Right. Mm-hmm.
So something that might affect us because we're in the city of Elgin all the time.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
817 here at WRMN, 847-931-1410. I found the information about South Elgin.
Yes.
Doesn't say anything about fireworks.
Because our buddy Brandon said he was going to watch the fireworks in South Elgin.
Maybe he can see the Elgin fireworks from South Elgin.
Or Bartlett's, or somebody's. Maybe so, because I hadn't seen anything about South Elgin fireworks, I don't think. They used to have them years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that more places don't do them on the night before July 4th. I mean, it would seem like that would be a great night to do some fireworks.
Right. I agree. And I think that people Isn't Sleepy Hollow changing theirs till the 6th? Aren't they doing it a different day as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my list here.
Okay. I'm sorry. I shouldn't just blurt out things and then you have to scurry to find them. We have minutes on the break. We could discuss these things, but that would be foolish. So.
We got other important things.
Yeah, we got other things we need to talk about. So.
Here it is. Area fireworks information.
Okay.
Let's see. So tonight, nothing really too close to here. There's 2 fireworks shows in Aurora and 1 in Wheaton.
Yeah,
Sleepy Hollow is Friday.
Okay.
Friday, July 5th, Sleepy Hollow, 9:30 at Sabatino Park.
Right, where they always have them.
Thoroughbred Lane. SleepyHollowIL.org. So
and they're going to charge
night.
a certain amount per car to try to offset the costs of
$20.
Yeah. But I mean, the citizens put it on, so I can see where they might say we need a little help.
Oh, because is Sleepy Hollow a village?
It is a village.
A village.
But
so they would have canceled, right?
I think they looked at their budget and said we can't do it. And you know what? I know people get upset, but if you're trying to prioritize what it takes to keep any kind of municipality going, maybe fireworks is not at the very top of that list. Maybe.
Right.
Especially on a snowy day when you can't drive down the street. People don't care that you had really cool fireworks in July. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Fix the snowplow.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm sorry. Remember the big grand finale? That's it.
There's your snowplow.
Remember when you went ooh? Well, that's it right there.
847-931-1410. So in South Elgin.
Yes.
This would be fun. I wish my yard was cut.
Yeah, I know you can't get good help nowadays, but
because if the yard was cut, we could go to this tonight.
What is it?
Vintage swing band.
Oh, I'd like that.
Yeah. The Vintage Swing Band from 6:30 until 8.
Yes.
Panton Mill Park Summer Concert Series continues. I'm not sure whose quote this is, but it says, "We are sure excited about this gig. Many of us," maybe it's the Vintage Swing Band.
I think it sounds like if they're referring to it as a gig.
Yeah.
Yes.
"We are excited about this gig. Many of us live in South Elgin, so this is a form of a homecoming for us." So this is the band's quote, I guess.
Yes.
"We are playing many of the songs that makes America the leader of jazz, blues, marches, ballads, and other songs for big bands."
Oh, I like big band music.
Wow. You will enjoy 25 people consisting of musicians, vocalists, sound people, a conductor, and a front man. You will love every second.
Every second.
So it's like a big band. And it's good. That would be cool tonight.
I know.
The night before the 4th of July, 6:30 until 8, Panton Mill Park in South Elgin.
Every year our buddy Ron O'Nesty has the Glenn Miller Orchestra play down at the Arcata. And every year I look and think, I'd like to go see that. Maybe when they're there, if I'm still in town, maybe I'll go see that. I always like thinking about my parents dancing to that kind of music, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool music.
It is. Yeah. And people had to be real musicians and they had to be real singers in those days because it didn't get masked by high volume and special things. They had to really do it. So.
Right. So tomorrow, you have plenty of choices. Elgin's one of them.
Yes.
Tomorrow night, Festival Park. I think live music starts at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Busy day for the police department tomorrow, man.
Terrible day for them.
Is it the busiest day of the year? Probably beats out Nightmare on Chicago Street Day.
Oh, of course, because it goes on forever. I remember last week hearing Anna and the commander and that sergeant talk about how many officers they have assigned to work the parade. It was like 50? Was that 50 something?
Yeah.
And then you go on to having to work the fireworks down there and police it, but also to handle all the traffic in now when it's done. I remember way back in 1997, we had like a centennial celebration. It was like the original Riverfest, the very first one.
It was really? Was that
It was
that
a
time?
centennial, 1997. And it was like 3 days. And on Sunday, we had a parade as well. It was a centennial parade. And I talked to the board and I said, I was the chief then, we can't I can't police all this stuff. We can't. I mean, I got people that I'm dragging back in on Sunday morning to work traffic for 3 hours, and they've been there since on a Saturday night, been there since midnight, and I said, you could just get drained. You can't do it. So, yeah.
I mean, because if these, so you have the parade in the morning, you have the fireworks show, and all the live music and everything else in the evening, like you mentioned, parking control and all that.
Yes.
And it's July 4th. You have everything else going on in the city of Elgin.
Oh, yeah.
Fireworks shows everywhere. People expect you to come when they complain.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget you've had people who've been drinking at cookouts all day.
Yeah.
Who are now mad at their neighbor because a bottle rocket landed in their grill. Or what? I mean, I'm sure that they have extra staffing out there to run down fireworks complaints. And I'm sure that they have maybe extra staffing just to do the everyday police work that is generated, reactive and not proactive. I'm sure it is one of the busiest days for the Elgin Police Department as far as staff hours.
Right.
Staff hours, yeah.
Now, a police officer who's on duty, we got some phone calls, so I don't want to keep this much longer before going back to the phones. But if you're not... Are police officers that are on patrol and stuff working 12-hour shifts and stuff on the force?
They might hold them over. They might bring the night shift in early.
Because I'm thinking, I was listening to, on Fridays with the Finest last week, when Sergeant Miriam, I think was her name, she was here, and she was talking about starting 5 in the morning and not being done until 1 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah.
And, I just know when you've done anything for a long day, you cannot function at the same level at the very end of that long day, can you?
I think you can if it's one-time thing. Not if it's continual, but one time. But I wouldn't doubt that, I think their shift changes are still from afternoon shift till nights is at 11. They might have the night shift come in early. They might hold the afternoon shift over so they get extra coverage that way. Maybe hire back people. I mean, it's... what is the Elgin Police Department, 180, something like that?
Yeah.
You think about 50 people, a little bit less than a third of that department is dedicated to the parade. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big deal. And you have to give them credit. If it goes off well, which you always hope it does, you have to give them credit for that they... I'm pro-police. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I know you are.
I'm kind of pro-police.
If I have a problem with that, I should let you know, right?
You should let me know. Exactly. And I think, that they don't get enough credit. And, of course, they use their citizen action, I can't remember what it's called now, citizen action group or something that helps them and their explorers.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot to make things where people are there with their families and feel safe and secure, and you can just have fun. And the police play a critical role in that.
Apparently, we're going to go to the phones. I've made an oversight when it comes to July fireworks shows.
You have?
Yes, the commander has just sent me something on the new text line, 505-926-1410. There is a Village of Burlington fireworks event tonight.
They have. My sister used to live there, and my niece, and they always spoke about the Burlington fireworks. Yes.
So that's actually tonight. So that's in the area, and that'd be kind of cool.
That is
not very far from here.
Not very far at all.
So thank you, Commander, for letting us know about that.
But we need listeners to a case. We're not the kind of people who say that's impossible. We made an error. We never are like that. We're very quick to say thank you. We appreciate your help.
Well, and that's, I kind of joke, but I'm kind of serious too about calling our listeners the first shift staff.
I know.
Because I don't have a staff. And so and there's a lot of things that I do miss. So you kind of are my staff when you see accidents out there, when you see things going on.
They're your staff. They're the staff. They're the ambassadors.
Yeah.
That we appreciate when they're out there talking about the station, talking about the show. Just planting the seed with people who maybe don't think about it. So they're staffers, they're ambassadors, they're everything.
You're everything to me, to us.
To us.
To us.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, to the phones we go. 847-931-1410. Let's check with some of our staff, some of our ambassadors.
Some of our folks.
Some of our peeps.
Yes.
Our posse.
Easy. Let's talk to a caller.
Let it go?
Let it go. Let's talk to a caller.
Let's start with Genius George calling in this morning.
Yes.
Longtime posse on the show. Hey, George.
The director of Shots Fired, your previous caller, is bordering on becoming the director of misinformation.
Uh-oh.
I know most of the city council members. I do not know Anthony Ortiz. I do not know what his political affiliation is. When you vote in a primary, they ask you, do you want a Democratic ballot? Do you want a Republican? That's generally the way things go. Now, I have a lifelong history of voting for Democrats. I've been a Democrat since 1976. The very first vote I ever cast was for Jimmy Carter. Proud to have voted for him. A good man, a bad president. Neither here nor there. But I have voted in a lot of Republican primaries, especially locally, because of my close relationship with people like Tom Hartwell and Terry Hunt and Doug Haight in order to vote for them, and Jeff Meyer, and the list goes on, and Kurt Kojeric. In order to vote for them, you had to pull a Republican ballot. I guarantee you, and I will make this offer. You pick any restaurant in the Chicago area, and Larry, you know some of the very best. Alinea, that's a really high-end restaurant in Chicago. Boca, Girl and the Goat, La Scarola, which I think is the best Italian restaurant, one of the best in the United States, certainly the best in Chicago, in my opinion. You find one time that Steve Thorne voted in the Democratic primary, and I will take you out to dinner at any one of those restaurants, a restaurant of your choosing. And these voting records are a matter of public information. Find one time in more than 40 years of voting that Steve Thorne has voted in the Democratic primary, that he has voted for, that he has declared himself a Democrat. He's a lifelong Republican. I love Steve Thorne, good friend of mine. Doesn't mean I agree with him on every political issue, because I certainly don't, just like I love Blackhawks Brad and the Sultan of South Elgin and Bob Balsamo, and the list goes on and on. But do I have to vote in step with them? Of course not. That's what we celebrate, the 4th of July. It's our freedom and our freedom to choose and express. But let's be realistic about it. Steve Thorne, John Prigge doesn't like him for whatever reason. We've had this discussion before. He is not a Democrat. He's a Republican. Now, he may be cooperative with Democrats, and I know that there are people who are affiliated with the Democratic Party on the city council. Steve Thorne works with those people. He cooperates. Good government is about cooperation, not confrontation. So let's put that to bed. Steve Thorne is not a Democrat, never was a Democrat. So he's a Republican.
Right.
Now, that's number one. Number two, and, I try to be fair to John, and we've had our issues, and we have a history. John called Steve Thorne out for his 6 shows, which, of course, is, just a little bit of an exaggeration, but that's okay, just in fun. But he called Steve out for not taking calls on any of his shows. John Prigge hosted a show, and it was one of the really, really good shows in the history of WRMN. Every Saturday morning, 7 o'clock, Remembering Elgin, I listened to that show religiously with John Prigge and Jeff Myers, not Jeff Meyer. Jeff Myers is his co-host. Great show, very informative, very evocative, a lot of memories of a different Elgin of a different era. I don't remember one time in the years I listened to that show that John Prigge ever entertained a phone call. So you're calling Steve Thorne out for not taking phone calls, but I never remember John taking phone calls at his show either. There are shows that are driven by telephone calls, by caller input. There are shows that are driven by a community narrative. So take that for what it's worth. So you want to be real about these things, let's be real. But don't misrepresent who Steve Thorne is. That just isn't fair.
All right, George. Well, thank you for your opinion on that. I think that, I can't speak for John, but my thinking is that when John says everybody's a Democrat on the Elgin City Council, it's because there are certain votes that are taking place that he would have expected certain people to vote the other way on.
Right.
Okay.
Not how they pull up.
Fine.
Yeah.
Not pulling a ballot, probably.
Yeah. And what about the D.C. Cook vote? Did Steve Thorne vote as a Democrat and save the city of Elgin $8 million? That was a monumentally important vote that seems to be kind of lost on the wayside.
And that was
on the side of the road.
And that was a vote that was. Yeah, I'm sorry, George. That was a vote that was pretty split.
It really was.
Yeah.
5-4.
Yeah.
That was a year-long saga about that debacle, that building, which would have been one of the biggest mistakes the city of Elgin has made in recent years, throwing that kind of money away in a building that no one knew what the mechanicals were, the state of that building. And I think, as memory serves, Steve was relatively new to the city council when that vote was taken. And here's a guy who's a longtime Elgin preservationist, Steve Thoren, and is known in those circles as someone they could support. And a lot of friends were preservationists, and he voted, and he had to tell people and tell friends, and he entertained a lot of text messages and calls why he was voting against that purchase. And Dustin Good, and a stand-up guy as far as I know, because Dustin is in that group where you would have thought Dustin would have voted for buying that building and throwing $8 million into the wind. And Dustin Good knew what was right. You sometimes not do what's best for a neighborhood, but you do what's best for the entire city. And that's what Dustin Good chose to do, too. And so did Steve Thoren.
Yeah.
And the five people who voted against purchasing that debacle.
Dustin Good was like the swaying vote.
Yes, he was, and nobody really knew which way he was going.
It was 5-4, so they can't get away from either one of those two.
Well, I just say that it was Dustin because I think Dustin was going to vote the other way, and supposedly.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So, John makes a lot of good points, and there's no question that John's a smart guy. He is. He is a smart guy, and he's an entertaining guy. And you're right, Larry. When it comes to talking about Elgin of the 60s and 70s, John Prigge's a go-to guy. But this is Elgin in 2024. So let's be honest about things.
Well, don't ever discount radio, George. Do you know what I mean? Don't ever discount radio. Sometimes it's very nice to have people with different views to stimulate calls like yours.
Absolutely. I support that. I absolutely support that.
Yes.
I'm a Democrat. I support a variety of ideas. I'm not regimented into straitjacket thinking.
Right.
Even when you're a woman from Australia, I don't know what's going on in Queensland today, but you'll probably call back and let us know.
Maybe so.
Probably will.
In Queensland.
Queensland, I got to remember where she lives.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I've been there. I've been to Brisbane, so I know her area.
Yes.
So,
okay.
anyway.
I wish she owned something from there. If she had like a kangaroo or something, that would be even cooler.
Well, we'll learn more about her in the future, I'm sure.
I bet.
Yeah.
All right, George.
Thanks, George.
Careful with your fireworks, buddy.
Absolutely.
Okay. We haven't been warning.
Take care.
Last year, our whole show was built on fireworks safety. We've finally decided our callers they're on their own about this. If they have to have somebody else call for them on Monday because their digits are gone, so be it.
Oh, they're not calling to warn people not to set off fireworks.
Yeah, exactly, and be careful, and they're on their own.
Yeah.
Now. They need to be smart.
We hope you're smart enough to make the right decisions when it comes to fireworks and staying hydrated.
And not drinking and driving.
Yeah.
And not arguing with your neighbors. Just all those things.
Especially on the 4th of July, because the police are busy enough.
Yeah, they can't just come bail you out because you picked a fight with a neighbor who's tougher than you.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get your butt kicked?
Yeah,
you get your butt kicked.
That's right.
The guy's not going to get arrested.
Well, he might. Maybe, but they might not save you from it happening, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Amboy Jeff does want to make a recommendation on
for who to be
YouTube.
Okay.
He says, good morning, First Shifters, Marky B and Larry. Remember, children don't play with fireworks.
Yeah.
Let the adults who have been drinking all day play with them.
Exactly, Jeff. That's kind of the point we're going for. People that have a background in bad decision making.
Let the adults mess things up.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I just saw your voicemail this morning about an hour ago, Amboy Jeff, that you had apparently sent last Friday to the radio station. We can take phone calls on the new number. 505. It is a phone number. Yeah. It's not just a text number. 505-926-1410. And Amboy Jeff, I had sent some sort of a message last Friday. I think it might have been an actual voice message about me looking him up when I'm in Amboy last weekend, and he was going to give me something. And I didn't see it till now. So,
but you're not going to be able to go in there and check voicemails probably while we're on the air. I don't.
Yeah, and Amboy Jeff has also sent me messages on Facebook before, and there's just so many different ways to reach out to somebody in this day and age. It's easy to miss things.
I know.
There's 3 different ways on this show. There's YouTube. There's my personal cell phone number. There's 505-926-1410.
And they're still talking to our callers on the air. There's a lot of things going on.
I got a couple Facebook pages, 4 or 5 different emails. I mean, there's too many ways. Unfortunately, there's too many ways.
Clearly, your success.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make myself sound big here.
Well, you are. And you're doing a darn good job of it, buddy.
No, it's getting out of control.
I know that. You need an assistant. You know that?
So I'm sorry, Amboy Jeff.
I know.
I missed that.
Occasionally there'll be a failure.
Yeah.
Occasionally. Not very often, though.
847-931-1410. Let's check in with Meaningless Facts Mary this morning.
Great.
Love it when she calls. Hi, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Hello there. I just have a minute because I'm at the hospital and my daughter's having some minor surgery this morning.
Okay.
But
All right.
Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow's fireworks is on the 5th because it's cheaper. And the village of Sleepy Hollow pays absolutely nothing for the fireworks. The fireworks money and all the activities that happen in Sleepy Hollow are typically run by the Sleepy Hollow Service Club, which is citizens who have for years put on the Halloween party, which we always have for the children, the Easter egg hunt, the fireworks, and on the 4th, if people are looking for something cheap and fun to do, there is a festival or a party down at the park where they have food and have a raffle and they have cheap games for the kids. And all the money was raised for the fireworks, and they've raised, I believe they're going to cost, I think it was $30,000. $20,000 has been raised by the citizens. Some young man thought of an idea of having a buggy race. So they had I don't exactly know what they raced, but they raced something down the hill, and they paid, and they had a run, and they had a number of things to raise money for the fireworks because they were going to be canceled. Mm-hmm. And the citizens, when the Sleepy Hollow Service Club said they could not afford the fireworks, people kind of decided that maybe they needed to do more to help them raise money. And that's where the money is coming from the fireworks.
Good for them.
So anyway, and they are on the 5th. And as I say, if they would appreciate a donation. They're suggesting $20. They send information out to all the citizens, and I actually paid $75 for a place to park. You don't need to pay for a place to park. I mean, once you get in, there are places to park. But for $75, you can get a couple raffle tickets and so it's basically another fundraiser.
Sure.
And so that's the story.
They used to have a very successful car show there as well at the time of their whatever their festival during the day was called. They had a very successful car show.
I guess they still are.
They? Oh, yes. Yeah. There is a car. I kind of forgot about that. Yes, there definitely is going to be a car show down there also. And they have a band. And they have raffle tickets, and as I say, they have
good for them
cheap little games for the kids to play. They're having, I think, a pie eating contest and a number of different things like that. Wow. A couple years ago, there's a parade on the 4th of July also. I think that's at 11 o'clock. But a couple years ago, there was they used to use pennies at the games. And I had a friend who was feeding a turkey who apparently had escaped from McGraw. And he was living down in the park, and she lives near the park, and she and her neighbor were feeding him. Well, he got sick.
Oh, boy.
So they decided that they would take him to the vet. He wasn't tame, but they caught him. He was, by then, pretty sick, I guess. They took him over to the Dundee Animal Hospital. Unfortunately, they could not save him. But what they discovered, what killed him was he had eaten pennies. And pennies were in his crop. Oh. And pennies are copper. copper is poisonous. So the turkey died of copper poisoning because it was after the 4th of July, and he'd gone down and picked up the pennies in the grass that the kids, they actually had some, I think they had penny tosses and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
So after that, no more pennies.
Wow.
They said, well, we can't be killing the local wildlife, so they no longer use pennies. I don't know what they use because my kids I've been past the stage of watching the games, but anyway, so I thought that's a little more meaningless information.
You give the best meaningless information of anybody I know.
This is the place for that, Mary. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right.
All right.
Have
Take
a
care.
good 4th. Bye. I really do like when people take on projects and say, we'll make this happen, instead of just always looking at local government and saying, this is what you need to do for us. They look up and say,
we'll do it.
We'll do it. We'll take it on. We'll make it happen. Yep.
So that's pretty cool of Sleepy Hollow to do that.
I agree with you.
Did she say the turkey had pennies in its crap?
No.
Crop, she said?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think she said in its crap, though.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't.
844.
I think you might be digging a little too deep in the story of that Mary gave us.
I was doing two things at the same time.
I understand. Where the pennies were is not important right now, Mark. He's dead.
The turkey's dead.
He's dead.
The sun's coming out, Larry Jones. We were talking.
It happened when you came in.
Dino's here.
The sun, he walks in the studio.
Here it is.
Yep.
About an hour and a half ago at 7:05, we were talking about at the beginning of the show, Larry, how the weather that we were having at 7:05 this morning would have been terrible weather at 7:05 tomorrow morning.
Yes, that's right.
So tomorrow morning it's going to be like this at 7:05. But it's getting nice now for the rest of the day. 8:45 here at WRMN. Phones are loaded down, so let's stay on them.
We better.
At 847-931-1410 and check in with trusty Pat. Hey, Pat.
Hey, Pat.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
How are you?
I just want to say George did spark me to think of something. I ran for trustee with our good friend, and he, to say that Steve is a Democrat, I just can't even believe that would be a thought. I never heard anything about him. All of our decisions in the township never were Democrat, Republican. It didn't really matter. We didn't vote on anything that was that way, even though we were Republicans as we were elected. But Steve's a good guy, and I don't like anybody saying things bad about Steve. So he doesn't take phone calls on his show. So what?
Right.
What does it matter as far as that goes? Hey, I did have an observation this morning. I was driving over to have coffee, and I saw two people in bicycles in the rain, riding bicycles. So it got me thinking, in the 60s and 70s, it seemed like kids rode bicycles. You didn't see adults on bicycles. And today, now we've got adults riding bicycles and kids not.
Yeah, it's true. Gas is expensive.
Yeah.
When do you see a kid riding a bicycle anymore?
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. It's kind of a funny observation.
I always have mixed feelings about it. I always think some of those people are riding bicycles because they want to be healthy, and two things. One, gas is expensive, but they want to be healthy. And then I look and think some of them, that's the only thing with wheels they can legally operate right
Yes,
now.
sir. Yes, sir.
I think that's it. Exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. And this one was a regular bicycle with a little engine in it.
Oh.
And it was kind of cool. And he was speeding along pretty good, smiles as he goes by. But he was a guy, looks like in his 40s. And it's like, yeah, that's probably what it was. So nobody be riding a bicycle in the rain unless they had to.
Yeah.
Seeing more and more of those, too. Bicycles that get those little engines on them.
Yeah, and the electric bikes are very popular now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Just real cool. I don't know if anybody's mentioned, but 2 times I've been down to City Hall for meetings in the last week, and I failed to pick up a sign stating, don't let off fireworks in your area, your subdivision, or whatever, because of vets and pets. Very important thing. So I just wanted to add that on. I think they're available free at the City Hall. Just go pick one up.
Okay.
So anyway, thanks, gentlemen.
Thanks, Pat. Have a good holiday.
Take care, Pat.
You too. You see you. Bye.
All right, Pat Elgin's calling in. I think that on the city council, the Elgin City Council, and maybe this is not 100% true, but that you could count on in a lot of voting issues 4 or 5 of the city council members to vote the same way every time.
Sure.
Or 90% of the time. And then the other 4 could go both ways.
Right.
On the way they vote.
Well, many times the issues that are up, I mean,
a lot of times it's a 9-0 vote.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, yeah.
It's a slam dunk, right?
Yes.
But I would think that it seems to me that Steve, Rose, Martinez, Anthony Ortiz, and Dustin Good would be 4 that they might vote either way.
Right.
More so than the other 5. So that's just my perception.
Okay.
847-931-1410. 2 more phone calls here as we head down the home stretch. And we got David Tees checking in with us this morning.
Uh-oh.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good, David.
Calm everybody down.
What's going on over there, buddy?
No, I'm actually over. Go. I'm dropping my kid off.
Okay.
I picked a bad time to choose you.
No. My kid wants to say hi to you guys.
Okay. What's his name?
Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
How you doing, Jacob?
Okay, he's got to get dropped off. Really quickly, the lady that called in from Sleepy Hollow and all that, I used to live on the Sleepy Hollow Dundee borderline. I mean, literally right there. And every year, Santa Claus would be on a fire truck around Christmas time, and they would ask for donations for fireworks. Santa would drive through the neighborhood and hand kids candies or a little toy. I couldn't remember what it was. But I did go to the Sleepy Hollow fireworks show back in the 90s and all of that. They were good shows. I actually did like them. And I'm really glad that the people are, chipping in and doing a fireworks show for everybody. And my question is, do you guys ever go to the Headless Horseman Fest?
No.
I never have, no.
That's actually, they have Halloween, they have a fest, hay rides and all that. And then when it gets dark, like, fireworks, they light up a big bonfire and the Headless Horseman comes flying on a horse and all that. It's a really good event to watch.
Huh. Where's it at?
It's right, I can't say downtown Sleepy Hollow, but it's right down where the center of Sleepy Hollow is, the park down there on Sleepy Hollow Road.
Huh.
I can't remember the side street by the old police station and City Hall, if it's still there. But yeah, that's where they had the Headless Horseman Fest. And I actually enjoyed that because the guy was headless and he had the torch in his, the lantern in his hand, riding in on a horse, riding around. It was really cool.
Huh. It sounds pretty cool.
Other than that, you guys have a good, safe 4th of July. Mark, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. In the morning, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We appreciate the Elgin Township Republicans being a supporter of our parade coverage tomorrow.
You bet.
Ed Dring's going to stop by and talk to you and Leah tomorrow during our broadcast.
Great.
So, appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Dave.
All right. David Tees checking in. Headless Horseman. Headless because he had his head blown off by fireworks?
No.
Oh.
Because of the old legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, okay. 8:51 here at
But
WR.
I can see why you might think that.
Yeah. Tomorrow, we have one more phone call, but some of the choices tomorrow, by the way, for 4th of July shows, including Elgin Bartlett tomorrow night.
Yes.
9:15 at Community Park, Bartlett and Stearns. Let's see. We have Huntley, Larry.
Yes.
Huntley tomorrow night at 9:30. Dyke Park. Is that how you say that?
Dikey.
Is it Dikey?
I think it's Dikey. I'm not sure. I've only lived there a month.
Right. I'm turning to you for Huntley knowledge now.
You're turning the wrong way, buddy.
Too soon in the game?
Way too soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on Route 47 at 11419, Route 47 in Huntley.
Yes.
And St. Charles tomorrow night, 9:30. At Langham Park at 7th and Madison Avenues.
Yes.
Woodstock at Enrickson Park tomorrow night at 900 South Street. And those are some of the most local. Batavia at Engstrom Park at Main and Millview Streets in Batavia.
Yeah.
May 52, one more phone call. As we head down the home stretch here, we'll check in and check back in with John Prigge. Good morning, John.
Point, counterpoint.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's something else. When Jeff Myers and I had not only the Remembering Elgin show, but the Elgin Sports Review, we always had phone lines open.
No one ever called.
Sometimes we didn't get calls. Doesn't mean we weren't taking any. We didn't have any.
You weren't getting any.
Didn't nobody call?
I mean, what the hell? And I used to get a little upset at that. And I'd look at Jeff at the end of the program and I say, I can't believe nobody called. And he says, you've given them so much information that there's no reason to call.
They can't correct you. They can't offer anything you haven't already offered.
That's
it was
right.
the perfect show. Yes.
Have you guys ever gone like an hour and didn't get any calls? I think you did today between 7 and 8, right?
Oh, we have. We've had some. And most of the time it's when we really need them, John.
No, we were pitching a perfect game, Larry.
That's true.
There was no need to interject.
No, there's no need. We've given you everything you could possibly need to know in that hour. Everything.
Yeah. So we literally begged people to call on some of these issues.
Yeah.
So that's completely absurd. Completely absurd. We relied on callers, and it always inspired us to offer more information. But going past that, in 2008, I had no idea what the term rhino meant. Who told me what rhino, Republican in name only, was? Your previous caller in 2008. So the scenario exists even to this day that the previous people that were on the council, Rich Dunn flipped 3 years into his first term. And how do I know that? Again, your previous caller and I were out putting signs out at First Christian Church, 1080 Summit Street, at 4 in the morning, and we were next to a pickup truck filled with Democrat signs, except one section was set for Councilman Dunn. Now, that may or may not be a for sure thing, but I never had anybody in the Republican or the Democrat Party ever putting my signs out. Quite to the contrary. Rich Dunn, through his voting records, and the same thing applies with Toby Shaw and Terry Gavin. Nothing changed on some agendas every year. You know, you have to pay bills and that. Some of the things that the three of us voted against, they voted for the next year, and nothing had changed. It's all about getting reelected. Forget about keeping your principles. It's all about getting reelected. And to be honest with you, it was always a fear of Steve Thorne's in the very beginning. Geez, I don't want anybody knowing I'm a Republican. Well, tell that to the township Republicans when they're hosting you or having a meeting. It's clear. It's clear. Sometimes that should be a problem. Sometimes maybe it's not. But the bottom line is you get judged by your votes and what you're putting on the agenda, which Mr. Thorne hasn't put a thing on the agenda. He has no ideas to make Elgin better. But that microphone's right there. That microphone's hot. And talk about anything, I'm very disappointed in him. To come in and say, I'm a Republican, so much a Republican that I don't want anybody knowing I'm a Republican. Because also, as your previous caller has said many times, the positions for the city council are not partisan, but the races for them sure are. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, yes. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So the proof is in the one thing I had put on the city council website, or the City of Elgin website, was voting records. It was very helpful to our former city manager to know how previous councils and previous votes that had come up, how they turned out instead of relying on memory. That's the key to the absurdity. You can see right along, follow along. Voted yes one year, no the next, and nothing had changed. Just to be reelected. Toby Shaw was first in his first two elections, finished first. And then on his third election, when he was out proclaiming he's a conservative person, he barely got back in. He got 4 out of 4. First place, and then fourth. So who do you think was shaking, rattling, and rolling after that election? So he flipped. Rich Dunn was kicked out of a Republican fundraiser for Larry K-Fish, excellent wrestler at Crown High School, by the way. He got kicked out. As soon as he walked in, they kicked him out. They said, you don't subscribe to us. What are you doing here? Mm-hmm. So let's not play games. And your previous caller's aware of that as well. So, you know, he's also Steve's campaign manager. I get it. You're trying to control the narrative. It's wonderful. Do it with facts.
All right, John. Well, thank you.
If it's an opinion, say this is my opinion. And thank you, men, for taking my call again. Again, the truth comes out.
I'll see you, John.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
All right.
All right. It is 8:58. We got to squeeze in SB Nation.
We're going to do it really quick.
Yeah.
If you hate Chicago sports,
yes,
a good place to go is SN Sports, B as in Black Nation, because there's a lot of people who do. To get to SB Nation, get the app for your smartphone or tablet. You can always log in at sbnation.com. When you get there, please check out the Nice and Ice blog, see what everybody's sharper price writing about, and you're free to go anywhere you want. You can leave your opinion if you're fed up or if you think there's hope, but you don't have to leave an opinion if you don't want to. What I like best is you can go there when you want to. So do us all a favor, check out SB Nation. See if sports blogging is for you. I almost made it all the way through without any little...
Yeah, well, nice.
But I was thinking of this feeling between George and John, and it just knocked me off my game.
We'll talk to you tomorrow morning, Larry.
Yeah. Stop by.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit BenderDentalCare.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 9 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Eloquis. Drivers in Illinois are facing higher prices at the pump as the state gas tax has risen to 47 cents per gallon, an increase of 1.6 cents. This adjustment marks the third such hike since 2023, following a period where the tax had remained steady at 39.2 cents. In a significant development for workers in Chicago and Cook County, minimum wage rates have seen an increase. Starting Monday, employees in Chicago noticed a bump in their paychecks for the new hourly rate of $16.20 per hour, marking a rise from the previous $15.80 per hour. A fiery collision on Interstate 8 near Farnsworth Avenue caused major disruptions on Monday. A semi-trailer truck and a passenger vehicle collided around noon, leading to the truck being engulfed in flames, according to the Illinois State Police. Thankfully, only minor injuries were recorded. The accident remains under investigation. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh yeah, like bringing brownies to a dinner party. But I never bring brownies with nuts, because not everyone likes nuts, so they wouldn't eat those brownies. And even people who do like nuts will still eat brownies without them. Why? Because they're brownies.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Beef Villa is a family-owned restaurant that has been in business for over 50 years. With homemade recipes made with quality ingredients, Beef Villa's great service and quality is served hot and fast. For the menu, catering locations, or for an application to join the Beef Villa team, visit beefvilla.com. Saturdays mean cruise nights, weather permitting, on Spring Street in South Elgin. Visit beefvilla.com. Attention all Schaumburg Boomers fans. Join the Schaumburg Boomers June 28th at 6:30 p.m. First the Joliet Slammers. For post-game fireworks and 90s night, the first 1,500 fans will receive Zubaz-style pajama pants. Join the Boomers at Wintrust Field June 30th at 1 p.m. For Bark in the Park, bring your furry friends for a day at the ballpark. Presented by Gulf Rose Animal Hospital. Show up early for pregame catch on the field.
Roll into Bolero in Algonquin or Roselle and wake up with a story to tell. Bolero is bowling, gaming, dining, and nightlife with a twist. Score a sweet deal every day of the week and save big by checking out the daily deals online. Team up with your friends and hit the lanes by forming your own social club. Clubs offer lively competition and laid-back fun for everyone. From beginners to pros, make new friends, bowl, and hang out at a happening place. Visit Bolero.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Light day around Major League Baseball on Monday as 3 games are on the schedule. In Toronto, the Astros beat the Blue Jays 3-1. In 10 innings, the Mets cut by the Nationals 9-7 in D.C. A 10-inning affair in Denver, the Rockies beat the Brewers 8-7. On the schedule tonight, the Cubs start a series at home against the Phillies. 2-4 Hayden Wesneski gets the start for Chicago. The Cubs have dropped 7 of 10 and sit last in the National League Central. The White Sox visit the Guardians tonight. 2-7 Chris Flexen starts against 3-6 Carlos Carrasco. Cleveland's the leader in the American League Central. The Blackhawks and defenseman TJ Brody have agreed on a 2-year deal. He joins a host of other free agent signees, including forwards Tyler Bertuzzi, Toivo Tervainen, and Pat Maroon, goalie Laurent Brossoit, and defenseman Alec Martinez. Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle-Gro 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle-Gro excludes Alaskan.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
Overtime. You want to work less of it, so you need your crop protection to work more of it. When you add Tapran or Last Chance Pro adjuvants from CHS, they will. Designed for maximum efficacy, Last Chance Pro improves the uptake and translocation of herbicides, while Tapran helps activate herbicides for better performance against tough-to-control weeds. Ask your local CHS retailer how Tapran and Last Chance Pro adjuvants can put your crop protection to work.
Go out for Chinese tonight at the China House, 1900 Sycamore Road in DeKalb. Enjoy a platter for 2, which includes Shanghai shrimp rolls, beef teriyaki, crab rangoon, spare ribs, as well as chicken wings and shrimp. The China House also offers all Chinese favorites, as well as sushi and hibachi, plus American food and ice cream. Try seafood, beef, chicken, sushi, and more from their most popular buffet items. Let China House tempt your taste buds. Call 815-748-0032.
El Diablo Cantina, located by Spring Hill Mall at 113 Southwestern in Carpentersville, is your fun, hip, and festive family Mexican cantina, serving authentic recipes from all over Mexico that are made fresh daily. There's delicious cocktails using fresh fruits or your choice of 30 craft beers, which go great with the menu. There's indoor and outdoor dining, open from 4 till 11 and until 4 a.m. on weekends, featuring Latin line dancing. Visit eldiablocantina.com today.
Hide out with friends at Galati's Hideaway in Cary. It's the perfect place for lunch, dinner, and specialty drinks. Check out their sports bar for the best spot to watch games. Try Galati's Dining Room for a relaxing night of dining on their signature Italian dishes. Try their great pizza or the build-your-own burger. Galati's Hideaway also has a large variety of entree favorites like prime filet, steak kebabs, salmon, and ribs. Book your party in their banquet room. Visit GalatisHideaway.com. .908 here at WRMN. It's about time for the More Music Hour. Let's reset the stage here. Final hour of the first shift on WRMN. AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube. More music, not all music, because I have a little information for you this hour, too. That I want to share, like some weather information. We had a crappy start to the day with quite a bit of rain. I knew we had a chance of a rain shower this morning, but it set in for a little while, so it's pretty wet outside right now. But I think it is stopping for the rest of the day now. In fact, I think it's stopping for the rest of the next couple of days, which will, I don't know, in retrospect, if you had to have rain, it's nice to have had it when it happened, so it now can dry out for the rest of the day and be dry for tomorrow's 4th of July. So you got to look at the bright side, right? And we're looking at the bright side for the rest of the day. It's going to get brighter and brighter. This hour, we're sitting in the 70s, about 73 degrees, winds out of the west at 8 miles per hour. And for today, the rain is pretty much gone. Mostly cloudy skies, then gradually becoming sunny with a high of 87 degrees. So it's going to be hot today and tomorrow. I call 87 pretty hot. 87, then partly cloudy and 68 tonight. And then for Independence Day, partly sunny with a high of 86. So very similar tomorrow. Although I had been talking about how we were going to have a 40% chance of showers at one point on the 4th of July. All of that's cleared out. So Mother Nature is going to give us a little break on the 4th, which we need, with everything that's going to be going on. No weather problems to add to our scenarios of everybody getting down there in the right spot, setting up, and all that kind of stuff. It's nice to not have weather in the way. Partly sunny with a high of 86 tomorrow. A 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night. So that's fine. And that's mainly after 10 when the fireworks would be done. And a low of 68, so warm overnight, 68 tonight and tomorrow night. And then Friday, a 40% chance of a shower, partly sunny with a high of 79. Nice day for Friday and Saturday. Mostly sunny with a high of 79 Saturday. Finishing up the July 4th weekend, we're looking at 84 degrees for Sunday with a chance of a shower in the afternoon. Mostly sunny otherwise. All right, so for the rest of the day, getting sunnier as the day goes on. We've already seen a couple of little patches of sunshine here in the Fox River Valley this morning since the rain that we had a couple of hours ago. 73 right now, headed for a high of 87. Going to tell you a little bit more about our 4th of July coverage during this hour, along with the music. We are on YouTube still at WRMN Radio on YouTube. If you want to make a musical request, you can. I didn't see any patriotic requests come in today. I think Ben, I'm sure, will mix in a little patriotic music with his studio hosting tomorrow, as Ben and Matt will be back here in the studio holding down the fort, and I'm sure they'll play a couple of patriotic songs here and there on the 4th of July for you. And I could do it this hour if there's something in that realm you want to hear. Other than that, I'm just planning on going on with the music that falls in line with things that occurred on this date in history, July 3rd. But you can make a request on YouTube at WRMN Radio on YouTube or by sending a text to our new number, 505-926-1410. And thanks, everybody, on YouTube today. Sorry for those comments that I didn't get to. Basic Brendan says, I'm a big Boomers fan. Hey, Brendan, thanks, man. And thanks for checking in every day. Hope you have a great 4th of July. Wonderful, wonderful Wilma Cash checked in this morning. Good midweek Wednesday, she says, to me and Larry and our first shift friends. Have a great and blessed day. Enjoy the 4th of July. The wonderful one checking in. Wonderful Wilma. Sultan of South Elgin says, we had more Trump derangement syndrome going on this morning when Scott called. And he says, hey, y'all, by the way, I've never voted for Donald Trump, so don't start in on me. Just because I might support certain things that he does as a president or as maybe the condition that the country was in 4 years ago as compared to the way it is right now, he wants to make sure you know he hasn't voted for Donald Trump in the past. It's 9:13 here at WRMN. Al Cox checked in this morning. He says converting to Biden is a funny thought. We were talking about converting. JP Car Show's John Polero checks in, says, I will be at the Sleepy Hollow Car Show tomorrow to pass out our car show flyers. I doubt Larry will be there since he'll be on the fire truck. Now, Larry's not going to be on the fire truck. Larry's going to be at the table alongside Douglas Avenue with Leah tomorrow during our fireworks, during our parade coverage. Leah and Larry will take you through the parade coverage alongside Douglas Avenue. Dino and I are going to be on the fire truck, where we may zoom in and be a part of the YouTube coverage as well. And Ben and Matt are also going to be around as studio hosts and engineers for the broadcast. So all 6 of us, minus Sonar, who is on vacation, all six of us will be a part of our July 4th presentation tomorrow. Join us at 9 o'clock. We have some patriotic programming planned between 6 and 9 tomorrow morning. And then at 9 o'clock, our live local coverage begins right here at WRMN. Noon to 6, more patriotic coverage, but live and local tomorrow between 9 and noon on the 4th of July. Raging Richard checked in on YouTube. He said pennies, by the way, are 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. If you're keeping score at home, during our earlier conversation where Meaningless Facts Mary called in. 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper. Wow. Says Raging Richard. All right, 9:15 here at WRMN. On this date in music history, Laura Branigan was born. Laura Branigan. She was a little bit of a flash in the pan, you might say. I don't know. But then again, she didn't live as long as she should have. Laura Branigan, a U.S. singer, who came to fame in 1982 with the number 2 hit in the United States, Gloria. She died at a very young age of a brain aneurysm on the 26th of August, 2004, at the age of 47 years old. But she did have a few moments of musical glory during her career. This song from 1982 will start us off in our More Music Hour. Laura Branigan. 9:16 here at WRMN. AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube. It's the More Music Morning Hour here on a Wednesday. Brian Kilmeade next hour.
Gloria, you're always on the run now, running after somebody. You gotta get him somehow. I think you got to slow down before you start to blow it. believe it's coming back soon. And you really don't remember. Was it something that he said? Oh, the voices in your head. Calling Gloria. Gloria. Don't you think you're falling? If everybody wants you, why isn't anybody calling? You don't have to answer. Leave them hanging on the line. Oh, calling Gloria. Gloria. I think they got your number. Gloria. I think they got the alias. Gloria. That you've been living under. Gloria. But you really don't remember. Was it something that they said? All the voices in your head. Calling Gloria.
Laura Branigan starting us off. More Music Hour today. Time was not on her side because of a brain aneurysm which took her life in August of 2004 at the age of 47 years old. Now, on the other side of the coin, we take it to 1969. Time was also not on the side of Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones. But he played a major role in his own demise, unlike Laura Branigan. Brian Jones drowned on this date in 1969. Best known as a founding member of the Rolling Stones, he began his career on the London blues scene, playing alongside Alex Corner and such future stars as Paul Jones of Manfred Mann and Jack Bruce of Cream. In 1962, he sought to form an R&B group, placing an ad in a local paper for musicians, but before long, they became the Rolling Stones. While he was a talented and versatile musician, whose brilliant work can be heard on such albums as Aftermath and Between the Buttons, Brian Jones struggled with addiction. His demons, as well as growing tensions with his bandmates, led to his dismissal in June of 1969. And then about a month later, he died at the age of 27 from drowning. So the one thing that he and Laura Branigan had in common is that time was not on their side. As for Mick and Keith, time has been on their side. The Rolling Stones from the 1960s. Great song. More Music Morning on WRMN.
So many times before.
Zeros at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois. Check out the full menu at twinzeros.com. Twin Zeros Restaurant in Harwood Heights not only serves traditional gyros, but also has chicken gyro sandwiches. Twin Zeros also serves a variety of sandwiches ranging from cheeseburgers and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame, Italian beef, Italian sausage, and combo sandwiches, to ethnic favorites such as Slovaki and Grecian chicken. Slovaki is shish kebabs, specifically chicken or pork shish kebabs, grilled to perfection, served on a warm pita with tomatoes, onions, and our homemade tzatziki sauce. You can also enjoy barbecue ribs served every day. Twins is open 7 days a week and also delivers locally. Located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights. Check out the full menu at twinzeros.com. That's twinzeros.com.
Imagine planting, tending, and raising your crops all season long, only to discover a micronutrient deficiency is robbing your yield potential. Once you spot signs of nutrient deficiencies, it can be difficult to bounce back. Get ahead of manganese, boron, and copper deficiencies with Moxin from CHS. Designed with a patented Levosol chelate, Moxin increases nutrient availability and provides your crops with the nutrition they need. Ask your local CHS retailer about the power of Moxin.
If you can't decide on dinner, have everything. Golden Corral at 154 South Gary Avenue in Bloomingdale has an endless buffet with over 150 items to choose from. There's an unmatched variety of food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, prepared fresh throughout the day. If you're craving something specific, call or check out their menu. Golden Corral rotates the buffet often. Golden Corral in Bloomingdale. They're the only one for everyone. Visit goldencorral.com.
Listen up. Four Corners Radio is the new addition to WRMN's exciting lineup of highly informative talk radio programs. The show is hosted by William Pellerinos, a nationally recognized DUI expert witness and author of the book DUIs Decoded. The discussions on this program will focus on legal issues, food and restaurants, arts and entertainment, and diabetic health information. William Pellerinos brings on a variety of guests that include restaurant chefs, health experts, authors, attorneys, police officers, nurses, and local artists. Listen to Four Corners Radio every Saturday at noon, beginning on Saturday, May 25th on WRMN. Find out more info on Twitter at Police Project 1 and on Facebook at Pellerinos Police Project. That's Pelarenos Police Project.
For many years, Italian Pizza Kitchen in Roselle has been serving quality and excellence. Italian Pizza Kitchen is family-owned with experience in preparing authentic Italian cuisine with the freshest, highest quality ingredients since the 50s. Your food is always prepared fresh with the same traditions, recipes, and standards that they've perfected over the years. Italian Pizza Kitchen has a passion for great cuisine and customer service. Visit ItalianPizzaKitchen.com. La Flor Taco Grill at 910 Dundee Avenue at the corner of Slade in Elgin is under new management. Enjoy a huge selection of salads, quesadillas, tacos, burritos, and more. La Flor Taco Grill also has American cuisine favorites and breakfast. Bring the kids. There's a kids menu that they'll love. Are you planning a party this summer? La Flor also has catering with all types of both Mexican and American foods. Call 847-214-1306 or La Flor Taco Grill on Facebook.
9:30 on what's going to become a beautiful couple of days. July 4th on the way. And we're looking forward to our live broadcast tomorrow morning. Festival Park tomorrow night. 9:20 is our Elgin fireworks show. And many other fireworks shows around for tomorrow night. We talked about them some last hour. Tonight is Burlington, if you are looking for a fireworks show on the night before the 4th of July, which I think is a brilliant idea, by the way. I think a fireworks show on the night before. I mean, I know the 4th of July is the 4th of July, right? But a fireworks show when you know you have the next day off, for those of you who do, I think is a great idea.
No one cares!
Excuse me?
No one cares!
Don't care what I think?
Why don't you care what I think?
You're an idiot!
Oh. Guess that explains it. I mean, you really think I'm an idiot?
Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. You're an idiot!
Fine. All right, so Burlington tonight. Thanks, Commander, for that information. He sent that on YouTube and via text message earlier. That would be Burlington. And they got some things going on in the park out yonder, and it includes a fireworks show later on this evening after dark. And so that is tonight. Tomorrow, of course, we have ours in Elgin, and of course we have our Elgin Parade coverage, which starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Also, fireworks shows tomorrow in Bartlett, tomorrow night at 9:15 at Community Park. And Batavia at Engstrom Park. Go to bataviafireworks.org for more information on that one. Huntley, where Larry Jones stays, tomorrow night 9:30 at Dyke or Dykey Park on Route 47 in Huntley. Huntley.il.us. St. Charles at 9:30 tomorrow night. Langham Park, 7th and Madison Avenues, stcparks.org/July-4th for more information on that. Yeah, if you're up north, we have Woodstock, north and west of here, at dusk tomorrow night at Emeringson Park at 900 South Street in Woodstock. Some of tomorrow night's choices. Sleepy Hollow on Friday night, thanks to the people of the village of Sleepy Hollow. 9:30 on Friday night at Sabarino Park, Thoroughbred Lane, Sleepy Hollow. It is $20 per car. They got to pay back the fireworks, you know. They got to pay for that since the citizens are putting it on and not the village. Saturday is Elburn. Elburn, 9:30 Saturday night, Lions Park at 500 Fillmore Street in Elburn. Fox River Grove, which is a nice little trip up north of Elgin off of Route 31. 6 o'clock at Picnic Grove Park. And that would be in Fox River Grove on Saturday night if you're up that way and looking for a fireworks show. The Hoffman is having theirs 9:30 on Saturday night. Hoffman Estates, 5333 Prairie Stone Parkway in the Hoffman. Northwest FourthFest.com. That's a cool website. Northwest FourthFest.com. And on Sunday, it's Crystal Lake at Main Beach at 300 Lake Store Drive in Crystal Lake, part of the annual Lakeside Festival. $10 for ages 13 and older, $5 for ages 65 and older, free for kids younger than 12. So bring your ID. If you're over 65 years old, don't try to save your $5 by trying to pretend like you're under 12. $10 for ages 13 and older, $5 for 65 and up, and free for kids younger than 12. So don't try to be 10 if you're 67. Okay? It's Crystal Lake at dusk on Sunday evening. And then Saturday, July 13th, Pingree Grove. I don't know why they're holding out for so long, but Pingree Grove is going to have a fireworks show at 9:30 on Saturday night, July 13th, on the ball fields at 1005 Wester Boulevard, Pingree Grove. Go to villageofpingreegrove.org to find out more. We want to thank American Legion Post 57 of Elgin, our friend the Commander Mark Smith, for helping us with our parade coverage tomorrow by helping to support it. As a partner of ours, Moose Lodge 799 on McLean Boulevard in Elgin at 925 South McLean. We want to thank the Elgin Township Republicans who invite you to come to the next Elgin Township Republican meeting. Be a part of the change that you might want to see if you are not happy with the way our world is becoming. They are committed to making the community stronger, safer, and more prosperous. Through grassroots efforts, community service, or local advocacy, your voice matters. Help build a brighter future for Elgin Township. Go to elgingop.org to find out more. Elgin Township Republicans, your community, your voice, your future. And their meetings are on the fourth Tuesday of every month at the Elgin Township Building,
729 South McLean Boulevard at 6:30 if you want to check one out and see what they're all about. You'll hear from Ed Dring tomorrow morning as he stops by our table to talk with Leah and Larry. We thank them for their support of our parade coverage. We thank Jerry Christofferson with True Patriots Care, and also the Kane County GOP for chipping in on tomorrow's broadcast. 9:36 here at WRMN. Back into the music now. I got some great songs lined up. And where should we start? Let's see. On this day in music history. Always lots of choices. The Lorenz Hammond. Is that how you say his first name? July 3rd, 1973, Lorenz Hammond, the inventor of the Hammond organ, died at the age of 73 years old. I guess he was born maybe in 1900 or maybe 1899. He died at age 73 in 1973. Many rock artists, including Procol Harum, Keith Emerson, Led Zeppelin, The Doors, and The Faces, feature the sound of the Hammond organ in their music. Lorenz Hammond also invented a silent spring-driven clock, and during the Second World War, he helped design guided missile systems. Wow. Lorenz Hammond must have been he must have been a pretty fart smeller. Oh, excuse me, I meant to say he was a smart fella. My bad. He also, another band that was influenced by the playing of his organ that he invented was the Allman Brothers Band. Now, I don't think you're going to hear that organ in this song, but I know Dennis D. Not So Young has been waiting on this song for quite some time, ever since we started our More Music Morning. So I think to celebrate the 4th of July, to celebrate great music, we're going to play this song by the Allman Brothers Band. It's a later Allman Brothers Band song. It might be their best one. That's hard to say. They have so many great songs. But this is Soul Shine. It's the Allman Brothers Band at 9:38, the More Music Morning. More Music Hour. Brian Kilmeade coming your way next hour. Ben and company take you through the Out to Lunch show today from noon until 2. Tomorrow, our parade coverage begins at 9 a.m. The Allman Brothers Band, Soul Shine on WRMN. Good morning.
When you can't find the light that guides you through a cloudy day, when the stars ain't shining bright, you feel like you've lost your way. When the candle light of home burns so very far away, now you gotta let your soul shine, just like my daddy used to say. He used to say, soul shine, it's better than sunshine, it's better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. Yeah,
Allmans to Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Southern Cross.
Got out of town on a boat going to Southern Islands, sailing to reach before a following sea. She was making for the trades on the outside and the downhill run to Papaete. Off the wind on this heading line, the Marquesas. You got 80 feet of a water line, nicely making way in a noisy bar in Avalon. I tried to call you, but on a midnight watch I realized why twice you ran away. Think about how many times I had fallen. Spirits are using me, Lord, your voice is calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world, looking for that woman girl who knows love can endure, and you know it will. When you see the Southern Cross for the first time, you understand now why you came this way. 'Cause the truth you might be running from is so small, but it's as big as the promise of a coming day. So I'm sailing for tomorrow, my dreams are dying, and my love is an anchor tied to you, tied with a silver chain. I have my ship, and all her flags are a-flying. She is all that I have left, and music is her name. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, Lord, your voice is calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world, looking for that woman girl who knows love can endure, and you know it will, and you know it will.
Wow.
So we cheated and we lied and we tested, and we never failed to fail. It was the easiest thing to do. You will survive being bested. Somebody fine will come along, make me forget about loving you in the Southern Cross.
Southern Cross and Crosby, Stills, and Nash. More Music Hour, 9:49. Got time for a couple of more songs. I don't have a big band song queued up. Kind of wish I did. But I want to tell you about what's happening in South Elgin tonight. If you're in the area looking to get out, I mentioned the Burlington Fireworks Show, if you're into fireworks. But if you just want to hear some good old swing band music, Pant Mill Park, the place to be. This would be a fun thing. It's from 6:30 until 8 this evening. It's the South Elgin Experience presenting the Summer Concert Series and Vintage Swing Band. And they are quoted in the Facebook post saying, "We are sure excited about this gig. Many of us live in South Elgin. It's a kind of a homecoming for us. We are playing many of the songs that makes America the leader of jazz, blues, marches, ballads, other songs for big bands. You will enjoy 25 people consisting of musicians, vocalists, sound people, conductor, and a front man. You will love every second. It's the Vintage Swing Band at Panton Mill Park tonight in South Elgin. So if you're looking for something to do, and it's only for an hour and a half, and it's kind of early in the evening, and you're done, it's still light outside, you can still gear down and buckle down for the 4th of July tomorrow morning if you're going to the parade. Still got plenty of time to get some sleep, wake up, and have a good morning, so not a bad choice. 9:51 here at WRMN. All right, well, on this day in music history, where did I find this? All right, we're gonna boogie down for a minute here, as we take you back to 1949, when this is not when the song came out, by the way, but Johnny Wilder, a singer from the funk disco band Heat Wave, was born on this date in 1949. They had hits like "The Groove Line" and "Always and Forever," and this song. Let's see if it's the song I think it is. I think it is. Heat Wave, the name of the band. We're in for a mini heat wave. 87 today, 86 tomorrow.
Ain't no doubt we are here to party.
dude. That's far out, brother. 9:56. Here at WRMN AM 1410. WRMN Radio on YouTube.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
All right, the sun's out. We're in for a brilliant couple of days. Let's relax. Let's celebrate America. Independence Day. Tomorrow morning, our programming starts. Well, it starts at midnight, of course, but it never really goes away, honestly, but hopefully it doesn't. But as far as the first shift goes, no first shift show as you know it tomorrow morning. We'll just have some patriotic programming rolling through the morning hours between 6 and 9, I do believe. That's the plan, and we're going to try to stick to it. And then tomorrow morning at 9, it's our parade coverage live from downtown Elgin. We got Ben and Matt Bendemonium, Magnificent Matt, anchoring. We got Leah and Larry. They're kind of like the street anchors, and they'll have it with you from Douglas Avenue. It kind of flows together. Leah and Larry. Leah and Larry. The Leah and Larry Show. Tomorrow morning from 9 until about noon, and then we got Dino and me. Dino and Marky B. I just used my name in the third person, kind of, didn't I? Well, didn't mean to. Didn't mean no harm. We'll do our thing from the fire truck. So we got a fire truck in the parade, and it should be a lot of fun. Join us on YouTube tomorrow morning. We will do the best I can to give you some great camera views and shots and broadcasts throughout the morning, show you all the floats and all the fun, and celebrate Independence Day tomorrow morning. Join us for that. Coming up next, the Brian Kilmeade Show. We got sunshine the rest of the day, 87, more sunshine tomorrow, and 86. We're back live and local at noon. Ben's got Out to Lunch for you, so keep it right here on WRMN, AM 1410.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to talk to you about my bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates